fuck me hard.
Howdy, folks. Your host, Double J, back here, coming at you live, slightly delayed, and with a bit of an audible call. We had to reschedule the Idaho 4 case discussion. See, Toes just made it. Good to see you there, sir, in the chat. I apologize. We had a rescheduled show time. I didn't know where anyone was, so I just went ahead and called her in for us. So we'll definitely do it another time. I'm hopefully get Miss Potts in there with us as well next conversation, but also, Kane B will be streaming on his MK Ultra later. We'll be doing some more of that Idaho 4 case discussion. Folks can check out there. Anyhow, JJ Vance here, your host of Operation GCD, and more importantly, not the vice president. And also, do a little part-time vampire hunting. Moonlighting as a vampire, if you will. Once again, not an Idaho 4 case discussion, but we got a quite a barn-burning lineup of guests here tonight. Not going to lie to you, folks. Won't belabor these points any longer. You got Todd the Wizard. How you doing there, Wizard Todd?
I am
Welcome
fantastic.
back to Operation GCD for your very first time.
So good to see you for the first time, JJ. I've always dreamt of this moment. Yeah.
We also have Ellie. Greetings, man. Welcome back to Operation GCD for your first time. Actually, this might be your first time on the Fridaze before, ma'am. Be quite honest with you. Not being a smartass and all, but how you doing, ma'am?
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. I look forward to we have some real barn burning conversations over there at the Clint Eastwood channel. This precise panel. Well, what happened to Todd? Todd fell out. Todd down. He might have got shot by lasers, folks. Stay vigilant.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. So greetings there, Mr. Clint Eastwood. I feel like you've been here before. I don't know, but welcome back for your very first time.
Yeah, it's
Operation GCD.
400-page Gunderson thing of his history, and it was at some point it was mentioning lasers. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep. Typical. Ted's got to let everyone know he got shot by a laser.
There's thousands of Americans out there. By the way, I've been shot with a laser beam twice.
Twice. I think they might have gotten Todd twice too. He's back finally. Sir, did you get shot by lasers? Stay vigilant, bud. They got Ted.
Oh, where's the sound?
I don't know. I think two quick
Todd.
Production notes. You have no sound, Todd, and I think Clint, you're using your computer mic.
Oh shit. That lets
we get ready to rumble. Probably sound like shit.
Hey, there we go. Once you do your ready to rumble, that's much louder and much more clear. Todd, do you need some assistance?
Ready to rumble.
Todd's in fixing some stuff at the moment. Oh, Todd's down. Todd got shot by lasers again. Anyhow, we have some pretty epic conversations. This what do you want to call this? The quartet of conspiracy going on here. Ellie, Clint, and Todd, myself, over at Clint Eastwood's channel on Third World Assassins. We've done a number of hours in roundtable discussions on a variety of topics. So wherever y'all want, I'm glad we could mash up together shows tonight because again, I didn't know what was going on with the Idaho conversations. I'm also not sure what's going on with Todd. I'm not convinced he's not being shot by lasers. But welcome back, Todd.
The duct tape got him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're loud and clear, sir.
Fantastic. Goddamn, they got me 3 times. They got me 3 times. Oh,
you gotta watch your sticks, man.
Obama, yes, we can. The slogan of Obama, yes, we can. Yes.
I like your name, Ellie. Not eating babies, huh? You got to make that clear for everybody in this day and age.
Very important
I was eating
message.
babies.
Public service announcement.
They eat babies. What the fuck? They eat babies.
Ellie, are you referring to the Epstein files? Some of the stuff in the Epstein files?
Of course. They eat babies.
Okay.
It certainly seems that way based upon the known knowns of those releases, huh? I mean, there's been some interesting releases in regards to the Epstein stuff, but I think I got a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
What are your questions?
What's your opinion about it, JJ? Do they really eat babies? Have you come across such?
I have no doubt. They eat babies. I met a one time.
That's right.
Sitting from having this conversation today. In fact, about 12 miles away, as the old crow flies. I met a kid diddling, cannibalistic, homicidal, psychopathic serial killer named Nathaniel Barjona. He ate kids. Sure.
Spooky. Spooky. So
I don't think he's the only one. I mean, he operated in a network, I'm sure, right?
Like he had, of course.
Primitive cultures, Ellie. Primitive cultures eat people still. These cannibal, these natives on these islands that have never seen anybody. Man, they'll eat people.
Babies are people. Babies are humans, little humans. Yeah,
they're doing it in China.
Well, it depends on who you're asking. Because if you ask Scientology, children are just old aliens in a small body.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah.
That's literally how that's their perspective on children.
Is that good or bad?
On children, you can do whatever you want to them, like turn them into child slaves. They love doing that.
There you go.
Hours a day and shit like that.
The better part of Scientology, they love animals, and so they love babies.
Well, the process hates people. That component, that offshoot of Scientology, humanity's the devil. But I mean, they
love animals, love dogs. Yeah, German shepherds.
Yeah, they share similar theology, and there's a lot of dog business going on in them Epstein files.
Sounds like it.
Loving dog thing is a front.
Oh no, they love animals. Humanity's the devil according to the process, but as far as concerned, they have a little bit more affinity.
They love animals more than people. Yeah, supposedly.
There are some useful idiots out there who are standing for animal rights. I'm for animal rights, and so I have to slaughter you evil humans who harm my friends, the animals.
There you go.
They are not part of the process. I think this is like the climate change activists. Useful idiots.
Oh, you're spot on, ma'am. I think the folks that run that operation, the process is they don't have any belief in that theology. The folks pulling the strings, they use it as machinations to accomplish their means to their end. The satanic, serial killers, satanic murder inc. type of business, hood rat shit. It's a very technical term, but the drug trafficking, gun running, murking folks, that kind of deal.
Yeah, maybe they'll make a remake of that Hang 'em High movie.
That term
was that filmed at the? Go ahead.
That's how the society is now used to the fact that they're not shocked anymore that they're eating babies. There was a time when people get upset when they heard that the people who rule them are eating babies.
Well, our folks really butthurt today. There's not a lot of action in response to this stuff as far as taking to the streets or anything. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they need to. I'm just saying, like, people take to the streets to protest everything else, right?
Yeah.
So apathic, this NPC world, I call it NPC world. It is so the NPC world has become so zombificated.
Oh, I mean, folks are a little dumb. Folks can't read, that kind of deal.
Normally, people should go out to the streets, like Todd said. A few people ran out of their home. Oh, they're eating babies. Normally, the whole society should do that. What the fuck? They're eating babies. No.
What's happening here is Ellie has an interesting perspective because she's calling in from Germany, and she's seeing how the German government is reacting to what's going on over there. And she's watching the news from Germany to see what the United States looks like. So she has an interesting perspective to explain to all this.
Nowadays.
Germany hates us now. That's what their news is like. America bad. America bad.
We are against the Americans because the Americans let us alone.
They left us, or Ellie, they loved us until we stopped giving them money. As soon as we stopped giving them money, now they don't like us no more.
Will now beat the Russians alone without you.
I like that bottom headline.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, because I couldn't change the title once it started. I just want to make sure folks know. Well, here's one question I have from the audience.
To talk with you because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk with you because we are at war.
Right.
We're at war. You and I are. That's strange.
Germany and the U.S. Germany and the U.S.
Against me. Should I be afraid?
No, but it was funny what I told you with the video. Oh, in your country not available. Your video was not available in my country because of the contract with the LDS. Yeah, And
Yeah, I got a copyright in like a 30-second clip I played on the show, and it had nothing. It was a show about Satanism. Why is the LDS flagging with Satan, my devil shit?
Because of the
You
producer,
know,
the producers.
only in your nation.
And yeah,
Only in your nation, no other nation, only
they
Germany.
said in my country
Yeah.
it's not allowed to show me, but I found ways to download it and so forth.
But isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is
One nation in the entire world, and it's the LDS Church in Germany that flagged it for some Satan shit.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's weird.
It is
Yeah,
so
Todd's an Exmo. What do you think about that, there, Todd?
Well, I think
Todd,
you know.
what do you got?
I know Germans. I know German people. My stepfather's German. His father was in the proper Germany during World War II. Was taken prisoner, was captured, and was lingered in a concentration camp in England, and then immigrated and was Mormon. He was a Mormon German before World War II started. So he goes over to concentration camp in England, and then he is held there until they let him come to Canada. And then he comes to Canada and becomes a citizen there. And then my stepfather, his father, moves to the United States, and then my stepfather has dual citizenship, Canadian German. From his parents are Canadian and American because his parents are from Germany. Wow, yeah, they have a different.
How many Mormons were locked up in concentration camps? Was it just him?
I know. I never asked him that, but I talked to him before he died because he died a little while back, and boy, he was very thoughtful at the end. He's like, I don't understand what happened, how they did this to us, because he was not a dumb person. He's like, I don't understand what the hell happened, how we could be made to do this shit, because he'd been dwelling on that for a long time. And I'm like, geez, if you know history, if you know anything about the background of World War II, man, it's like, holy shit.
I've heard a few things. I've heard a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple things. There's a couple stories. But
in fact, on that note of World War II and a few things I've heard, let's play one of my favorite games here in Operation GCD Fridays.
You tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Same guy.
Who is his daddy and what does he do? It looks, Ted Bundy looks a lot like old Bill Colby.
Hey, where is our channel to intervene?
Unreal.
It's my boyfriend Elon. The only thing I haven't done is had his baby.
Sabrina, welcome, ma'am. Welcome to Operation GCD for your indeed actual very first time.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So
I just want to be a quiet observer until JJ says something interesting, which will probably be in about 2 minutes, and then I'll have to chime in.
Well, let's test that out right now. Maybe I'll do it in about 15 seconds. Did you know that Bill Colby went to high school and was living back in Burlington, Vermont, visiting his folks in between importing all them Nazis into America and part of Operation Overcast, which became Project Paperclip, and before he enrolled in Columbia Law School in January of 1947. Wait,
JJ, is this the William Colby of the Church Commission, the one who died mysteriously in the 80s and sang like a canary?
Yes, ma'am. Oh. There's only one Bill Colby, and every time I start talking about him, we get a character in here.
Man.
Our channel, my favorite CIA AI, Bill Colby, ball washing bot. Good to see you, bud. Right on time.
Colby was head of the CIA during the Vietnam War, right?
Yeah.
He brought the Phoenix program home, ma'am. According to McGowan, I do assert he was right. Then he became we get George H.W. Bush. That Muppet becomes he seizes power in the wake of the next changeover there of the CIA directors.
But JJ, don't you think, is it a possibility that Bill Colby did speak up in the mid 70s during the Church Commission? I mean, he did confirm a lot of agency information. Sure. Don't you think he redeemed himself a little bit? I mean, his passing was very suspicious.
I don't disagree that it was suspicious, and these Muppets like to murk each other in factional warfare, but I don't know that Bill Colby has even in the afterlife has an opportunity to redeem himself, ma'am.
All right.
He's a dirty Muppet.
There you go.
Yeah,
They're eating babies.
exactly.
He's a dirty Muppet of the nth degree. He directly employed Michael Aquino in the Phoenix program. Aquino reported directly to him in Lansdale.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that makes sense.
The
He's the
Saigon
kind of
Embassy.
part. Yeah.
Well, he may have had a change of heart as an old man. That's fine, and redemption's always fine. But at what point in time, that man, you know what I mean? You gotta get. It'd be like Kissinger being like, "Oh, having a mea culpa at the age of."
Hey, you guys forgive me. You guys forgive me now. You forgive me now.
Oh yeah. I've got a clip for some time during the program. I don't know if you've seen the CIA heart attack gun, and it's got Bill Colby on the stand, and he's
Exactly.
Telling us all about it.
He confirmed a lot of information.
Well, he says
Let me
something
make a point on that, though. They had to at that point. They were forced to. You're talking about the Church Commission. That's already after the Rockefeller Commission.
Yeah.
You want to tell me Nelson Rockefeller, that Muppet who seized power of U.S. intelligence in the White House during World War II, he never left. There was a contingent of folks in D.C. This was told me by bureaucrats in D.C.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
were never going to let Nelson Rockefeller become president, and he almost became president in September of 75. In September of 75, the two Manson girls, 3 weeks apart, nearly murked old Gerald Ford.
Was this close?
In September 75 in California. But and again, that's a Rockefeller enterprise of this whole Nazi enterprise. Bill Colby had a boss. His name's Nelson Rockefeller. That Muppet. Of course, they're both Society of the Cincinnati families. Colby was probably a member himself. Nelson Rockefeller, I don't think so, but he's got membership within the Rockefellers, as they were originally known as when they came to New Amsterdams. But in regards to him being Ted Bundy's father, there's only a few thousand people in Burlington, Vermont that can qualify for being his biological father. Bill Colby was president at the time in Burlington at the time of procreation of Ted Bundy. They look a lot alike. So wouldn't that be weird that Mr. Phoenix program come CIA director Bill Colby, that Muppet? Wouldn't it be weird that one of the most prolific serial killers in that franchise was his biological son, Ted Bundy?
Yeah, they look alike. They got the same vibe.
Well, it would also give context to Bundy's meteoric rise in the Republican Party. He became Nelson Rockefeller's in the big time in the Nelson Rockefeller 1968 presidential campaign. You know, the one running opposite of RFK and whatnot at that time, but on the DNC side there. But Rockefeller,
and Nelson wanted to be president badly.
Since 1947, ma'am, he was fighting to do it there in D.C. Yes, ma'am.
But for some reason, nobody wanted him in there. For some reason, nobody wanted to be president.
Well, they had factional warfare on the matters. There was definitely factional warfare on the matters.
Didn't Nelson have a very interesting passing as well?
Yeah, he got strangled by his hooker or his mistress or something, right?
Oh yeah, that's the only way to go.
It was interesting. Well, speaking of those church committees, it's interesting timing. He's dying around the same time all the rest of these folks are in the late 70s. But we get Bill Colby telling everybody about the heart attack gun. You think that's the worst shit they got? We also get a fellow by the name of y'all know Midnight Climax, and you think that's the worst shit they did with LSD was aerosol LSD, some Johns in a whorehouse in the Haight-Ashbury. That ain't the worst shit they've done. We're giving that as a limited hangout, right? We're giving that as a limited hangout. And the only reason we know about Midnight Climax is because CIA Muppet or Inspector General John K. Vance, no relations, definitely not of Abner Vance, of the actual Clan Vance, but he was the guy that testified in those hearings, and he's credited today with, being the whistleblower. Well, they can go fuck hey, RR, you and your Muppets at Langley can go fuck yourself. That's not a whistleblower. That's limited.
Colby's in the history books as a whistleblower, official whistleblower.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. It's been a while since I.
No, John K. Vance, the Inspector General who testified in the church committee hearings and blew the whistle on the Midnight Climax.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
There was there's some massacre that happened too in the 70s, I think.
Are you referring to?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
The Miley massacre.
Yeah, I was reading about it and I was seeing Kobe's name all over. I was like, Jesus, it's fucking pretty brutal.
Well, do you know the term GLOMAR? Is in GLOMAR response, we cannot confirm nor deny the FOIA response often given by the government these days under matters of national security. That's courtesy of one William J. Colby. He can go fuck himself even in the afterlife. That Muppet, he was on a mission on a Howard Hughes vessel, and that's where that term comes from. This is a
Well,
dark Muppet who's
Milei
waged
was the
warfare
reason.
against.
Milei got a lot of press when it happened, didn't it? And that's what prompted a lot of conservative Americans to allegedly spit on returning Vietnam veterans. And kind of, is that true?
I think it was used as propaganda for that fashion. It was also used as a distraction because we have a lot of other weird circumstances. The way it was reported, there's a lot, if you get to the details of what was going on there, the characters take you back to Westchester County, New York, a real den of iniquity.
Whew. Like a processed church.
I mean, the Rockefellers come from there too. The Clintons live there today. It's at some point in time you have to say, why do so many of these dark Muppets live in the same zip code?
Yeah, isn't there a horse race track around there too?
Oh, they love horses.
Well, I think
There's probably everything right there.
other right.
Yeah, those rich bastards. Fucking
How dare they
They're
enjoy
eating
that place?
so
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
How dare you?
I just hear Greta
Excuse
Thunberg.
me.
Yeah, so finish my
whatever.
point on Bundy. Much like his father, Bill Colby, they were both attorneys. Much like his father, Bill Colby, they had some, inexplicable fucking meteoric rise to having powerful positions. Colby obviously in the CIA, but Ted Bundy was the assistant to the guy running for the gubernatorial race of Washington State in 1970, and served as a driver in that 1968 Nelson Rockefeller, an assistant driver in that, and some claim bodyguard, but same
Pretty
difference.
close to
He's
power,
right
pretty
there on the
close to
side
power.
of Nelson Rockefeller at the 1968 convention in Miami. What is
He's
Ted
in the
Bundy doing there?
shadow of this guy. He's in his shadow right there.
Yeah,
He's
whether or
going to
not
go
he's
see his
officially a
papa.
bodyguard, it would be construed as that within the relationship you witness with
JJ, I have a question for you, and it's related to Gerald Ford. Why the attempted assassinations on Ford? It's Squeaky Fromm and another one, right?
Well, Nelson, like I said, Nelson Rockefeller is one of the chief architects in that Nazi, deep state franchise of America, and they've held a very tight grasp on all these things under the National Security Act of 1947. Well, that wasn't a real thing. So, but under this auspices of national security, where three folks stamped something national security out of the White House, and a team of folks called the National Security Council. Look at those Muppets and who's serving in that council.
But Ford was playing along with them. Ford was on the Warren Commission. Ford,
sure.
I mean, he was going on. He didn't get the 76 election, but in the short time that he took over for Nixon, I didn't understand, or I don't understand the attempted assassinations. I don't get it.
He probably wasn't in the bloodline.
You're right. He was playing along, but he was playing along until they didn't need him anymore. He's expendable. When Nelson was going to be president, and they needed Ford out of there, and I'm sure they told him to quit, and he said no.
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
Well, so as a result of that, Ford fires Bill Colby. He fires everybody.
Yeah.
Ford wasn't a dum-dum. That's the whole December, whatever they call that, massacre. He cleaned out everything after that. That's why Colby gets fired, and we get George H.W. Bush as the CIA director. If that's any different.
Yeah.
It's probably
he
worse.
knew everything.
In the sense that I agree with RR channel, the CIA AI bot Muppet fellow there from Langley, that fucking Muppet. He says that Bush probably murked Colby. I don't think he's wrong in that. They represent different factions within the CIA franchise.
Yeah.
One was the coach's kid, and the other one earned his chops, if you will. Colby worked his way up, and Bush's daddy was the Hitler's banker and everything else there with the whole 1930s attempt of Nazis to take over America in the corporate conspiracy, where they tried to hire General Smedley Butler to take out FDR. That was Prescott Bush.
Exactly.
That was Prescott Bush.
What is your opinion about Smedley Butler? Was he? Did he really avoid that America became Hitler, so to say, the Third Reich? Because he was in charge, and FDR said to Smedley Butler that he should take the veterans and educate them in SS officers, so to say.
I haven't read that, although I am suspicious of Smedley Butler's.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask JJ about his opinion and the history of Smedley Butler. Who was he, and what was this Universal Studio thing about?
Smedley
tend to
Butler, War is a Racket, right? That's Smedley Butler?
Right, but before that, he fought in the Spanish-American War and World War I, and he was a two-time Medal of Honor winner, recipient from Congress and winner. You might as well win something for that, right? But I think he was legit. I mean, I judge folks by the fruits that they bear, and he bore a lot of fruit of going around telling everybody about this corporate conspiracy and the War is a Racket book he painfully read around it.
I have that book.
Because he saw what happened to all of his men.
It's pretty interesting. The account's very interesting.
What's that, sir?
Oh, I said I have that book. His account is very interesting.
Yeah,
no wonder they preserved it and
what caused all that was
it.
The government wouldn't pay all of his men.
Yeah.
Huh.
They
like
cut
that
off all the
movie.
pay. Well, what movie?
Not only are they dirty, but they're not going to pay you after you've already worked for it.
The Rock.
Well, no, this was the bonus army of World War I. They were promised certain. They didn't. The U.S. like, we don't have money right now. We need you to go fight this war. Here's some vouchers. You know, here's an IOU, buddy. You might want to run that. You know.
Yeah, that thing I was thinking of was New Junta. I'm not sure if that's the same thing as what.
I don't think that's a real name. I'm just going to challenge you on that.
It's in this confirmation Nelson Rockefeller report about they were complaining about the Far East.
Wasn't Nelson Rockefeller the father of Michael Rockefeller, the guy who was in Papua New Guinea?
Who was allegedly eaten by cannibals?
Exactly.
Right.
I don't believe that. I don't.
You don't believe it?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, first they boiled
it's a great cover story, though. It's a great cover story.
Yeah, it's a cover story.
God, he fell out of the boat. These guys are shooting arrows at us.
He had
what do we do? We left him behind. They ate him.
I thought he went ashore to go take photographs or some shit. He's like, hey, these are like cool dudes to go take photographs of.
Michael,
I just want to take a picture of this guy aiming a bow and arrow at me. Yeah.
Well, I think it's. Where is Michael Rockefeller? We should look after him. JJ, you are a detective. You are looking for true crimes, right?
He probably had racial.
Made a crowdfunding for you.
Well,
you are looking for Michael Rockefeller. Okay.
Didn't this happen in the 70s?
I got a different mystery for y'all. What? Yeah, I think it was even earlier than that. It might have been early 60s.
Okay.
Are you talking about Michael, Todd? That
was the one, his disappearance. Early 60s.
I think it was 61 or 62.
Yeah,
okay.
That sounds about right, ma'am. Yep. Here's another mystery, though, Ellie, you might enjoy.
You tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do?
I slipped in Donald Trump in the middle because, based upon recent emails, that may be his daddy, but I'm not sure yet.
You know who Arnold Schwarzenegger's daddy was and what he was doing?
Well, how does a man like Epstein get in the outside of all the other circumstances and details? How does a man like Epstein get to where he is? Is his name Jeffrey Epstein? Is that fellow Mark Epstein his biological brother? They allegedly are, but I would assert otherwise. I can find no photographs of Mr. and Mrs. Epstein, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's a couple of quotes I found in his in the files. If you want to bring this picture up real quick.
Does that have? Did you answer the question, sir? Sir, there was a question there before you proceeded. Who is his daddy and what does he do? Give me a name, sir.
Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
No.
Well, he had a whole passport, dude, in his safe from Saudi Arabia under a wasp name, dude. Something Marcus.
Huh.
Who's the guy with the glasses? Who's that a picture of?
That's Mark Epstein. That's supposed to be his brother, dude.
That's supposed to be his brother. Okay.
Epstein's?
Yeah, I don't think his name's Jeffrey. I don't think that's a real thing. Like he has multiple passports under a different name.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, it's hard to say.
You know who's interviewing Epstein in 2019? Steve Bannon, the gigantic conservative talk show host, Trump supporter. Trump supporter.
Big fat person, sir, doesn't mean we need to criticize him for it.
Yeah. Oh wait, is she that great big fat girl?
You say he's a great big guy.
She's a great big fat girl.
Todd,
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
you can stay at the some set designer
that.
bought the
I
location
love that
and
guy.
recreated it. You can Airbnb it, babe.
All
No
right.
way.
You can relive Silence of the Lambs
That's
on
creepy.
location.
I don't know
I
if I
want
want
to
to
do
do
that.
that.
sometime,
But when
actually.
the story is
That
true,
don't sound good.
Epstein had under Sorrow Ranch this female egg harvesting industry and put his part to it. There are maybe a lot of babies, if they are not eaten, have been eaten out there who
Oh
has
boy.
secret of Mr. Epstein. Rumors are out there that he wants to multiply himself
Well, so
a lot.
I got
Maybe
two
together with
pictures.
Parenthood. Oh, Clint, you want to show us a code, but eating babies is not a code. If you will come up with
Well,
this.
after I read what you showed me, it was definitely not a code. With the
So this was
file.
Epstein. It was It was an Austrian passport, but it says right here his residence is Saudi Arabia. It's an Austrian passport, though. And
Yeah,
his name's
Arabia.
under Robert Marius. That sounds like a wasp name to me.
Yeah.
One of his
How's-
last
how's
emails
Mary
says
It says his
Brotherhood.
I'm sorry. It says Robert Marius Fortolini. It says surname is
Mhm.
Fortolini, actually. So
Fortolini,
that's an Italian name.
Fortolini. Exactly.
Yeah, he could be
Fortolini. Fortolini, maybe.
Could be anybody.
Maybe I can't read. All Italian
Fortolini.
names, no disrespect
Fortolini,
to
yeah.
Italian names, but they all look like Fraggle Rock to me.
It is
Pretty much.
Italian names.
Fortelni.
Well, he could have been some kind of descendant of the Axis powers of
It sounds
Italy.
Italian. Fortelni. It is Italian.
Is that how it goes?
Or tell me exactly.
It sounds Italian, right? But it might be
One of those
Austrian. There's an
names.
Austrian actor with the same name. There's actually somebody else with that same name, Marius Fortelni. He's got an about me here. He's a real estate executive in New York. This is creepy.
Definitely.
Marius, because his is Robert Marius Fortelni, and this guy is going by Marius Fortelni. It says real estate executive in native of Vienna, Austria. So it's probably the same, heritage as the Italian folks there. It's just across the border, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, but as I said, the roots go back to Austria.
There you go, ma'am.
Relocated to Saudi
How
Arabia.
weird is this, though? Oh, how weird is that? So how is
Yeah.
this also in Saudi Arabia? In
Right.
the same city? Damn
Yeah.
them. What the
So
fuck?
Epstein's dad lives over in Saudi Arabia most of his life or time.
This looks like this could be Epstein's dad.
Nothing suspicious about that. Yeah.
How old is this guy? I wonder. Oh shit! Look
His
at this.
friends.
Over the years, he has built homes for numerous celebrities, including Eric Schmidt, singer Mariah Carey, and actor Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, so he's in the conservative. He's in the conservative milieu. Yeah.
This would have to be like a cousin or something like that, or maybe his actual brother, right? Maybe his actual brother.
So
Looks far
supposedly,
more like an actual
Maybe.
brother to me than Mark Epstein does.
yeah.
Well,
But
Supposedly,
how weird is that? He lives in the same fucking town. This how fucking creepy is this?
Here we go. I got a
whole
patent.
thing's creepy.
Marius R. Fertelny, New York, filed 1992.
See,
When's it
Damon, Saudi Arabia.
Exclusive right to club. What the fuck is this about?
Who you clubbing?
Club.
What's
Club
what's
soda?
Oster right?
It's a
What's
REM 3 club, it says.
Pass.
For monitoring elevator, escalator, and related carrier performance and diagnosing elevator.
Yeah, but
escalator
how does
runs.
this guy live in the same city in Saudi Arabia and have the same fucking name, dude? What is going on here, man? This is a mystery. This is indeed a mystery.
This is
Sounds
not
like a little.
You said Marius R. Fertelny, or
He's Robert Marius Fortelny on his Austrian passport right here.
yeah, this 1991 patent has the name right on it.
But what But here's one for Ellie. What Austrian's name's Robert? That's a wasp name.
No, Robert is a German name. Marius.
Get out of town. Are you serious? I
Marius.
thought that was a wasp name. I believe you.
A lot of people are called Robert. Robert.
Robert.
German name.
So is that Hubert? Is that the German? That's the German version?
What?
You got to translate in Appalachian for me, ma'am. I didn't catch that. What was it again?
Albert.
Robert.
That's how you really say Robert. Albert.
No, that's how you really say Robert. Okay. Well, we call him Bob around here. That's what we call him around here. We call him Bob.
Robert.
Albert. Albert. Where
The
are you,
name in
Albert?
some German books.
This is a common German.
Very common over there.
Very
Well,
common.
how common is the name Marius Fortunelli?
That sounds pretty uncommon.
Fraggle Rock.
It sounds Italian.
Marius.
Well, it's an Austrian name. No, I just looked it up. It's an Austrian. It is probably the like you said, the root of the same Italian name is actually Austrian.
It's German speaking as well. So all the Switzerland partly and Austria and Germany are all the same language. We are all speaking German. So it is a common name in all these countries where German language is.
Let's see how many Fortellinis there are in the entire world. I'm tracking, man. I'm tracking.
Fortellini for the Fortellini.
I found a reference to a name.
Fortellini. It sounds Italian for me. It is not. I'm not familiar with this show name.
Well, it does sound Italian to me too. But the other one here, this real estate fellow, he's Austrian. He's an Austrian fellow. Right? A native of Vienna, Austria.
Yeah, Epstein could be a Nazi.
And the child is a well-known actor in Germany. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What is going on in this Muppet world?
Weird.
Just selling some houses over here, getting rich. Don't mind me.
Right when there's this book from like 1917 that mentions the name and it says NASI space Fortelni, and it's I don't know what it says, but it's German.
It's originally an Italian and Maltese surname.
Huh. Knights of
Like
Malta.
Knights of Malta.
There's currently, but here, check this out. There's currently 110 people with that surname in the entire world.
That's not very many.
110?
So these
Holy
Muppets
cow.
definitely know each other.
Whew, probably kissing
Yeah,
cousins.
these Muppets definitely know each other. That's what I'm saying. This dude looks too much like old Jeffrey to me. Much more than
He's got
than
that
Mark
sleazy
Epstein
tint
does.
to him. That real sleazy tint to him.
Yeah, dude.
The way they're framing the picture.
And again, the people that are supposedly Mark Epstein and Jeffrey Epstein's parents, I can find no pictures of them. They have a very scant record, even in the census.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was digging
And their names are such a common name. Speaking of common names, their name's such a common name. There are multiple Jeffrey Epsteins. There is a Disney executive named Jeffrey Epstein. So that's what I'm saying. It's like John Smith of the Jewish community, right? Or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
a common name.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a pattern of the Nazis. The Nazis changed their names to Jewish names and to Muslim names after the war.
Well, I'm glad you said that, dude.
Frankenstein.
I know a Nazi,
Frankenstein.
son of an SS officer. He did exactly that. He was also the LA Public School Teacher of the Year, LA County Public Schools Teacher of the Year twice. In
Well,
the
that's
1990s.
always a
There's thousands of Americans out there. By the way, I've been shot with a laser beam twice.
Watch your six
poor Ted.
twice. Before he was LA County School Teacher of the Year, this fellow, he was building lasers for rockets.
Wow.
They're the lasers that got Ted, but we'll get a team of Muppets on it to find out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So those pictures I would bring up, they're pictures of what look like uniforms, military uniforms or coats.
Unicorns?
Like postal
One of them
uniforms?
looks like
Did you
it
say
says
unicorn,
Air Force.
sir?
No, uniform. Yeah, see, it looks like it says Air Force or Airborne right at the top.
Well, I mean, the Nazis created the Air Force. It's not a surprise to me.
Yeah, and then the next one is
Who's this?
this is a
Postmaster
picture of
General?
it's coats from Epstein's closet from the
There you
Department
go.
of whatchamacallit, the Department of Hood Rat shit.
There you go.
Hood rat shit, dude.
Exactly.
He's the head of the Department of Hood
Got
rat
the-
shit, dude.
Hood rat badge.
Yeah, here you can see every one of those coats has an American flag on it, and those look like some kind of I mean, I'm not sure what they are, but he didn't work for the government, you know.
Uh,
What's he doing with
He's got
coats and military
16 shirts
uniforms?
with the same insignia sewed into them. Jeez, works for the post office.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely
We had NYPD stuff in there too, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had NYPD.
Probably
yeah,
a doctor.
crack
Probably a
outfits.
doctor when he's
Dude,
relaxing.
He's an international man of mystery. He's better than Austin Powers.
He is indeed. Man of many talents. Yeah.
Like you're saying, Clint, this dude changed his name. He was son of an SS officer, 2-time. His mother was a Bavarian royal family princess from the House of Wittelsbach. They're the rightful heirs to King James, if you ask them. They were also put in internment camps there, Todd, with the Mormons. They put the House of Wittelsbach in the internment camps over there in Nazi Germany. Yeah, he died. This is I don't know how I'm related to this fellow. This is how I know any of the stories. I did a DNA test, and his daughter says, "How the fuck are you related to me?" I'm like, well, "Look, man, take it down a notch." She must have a lot of that Nazi in her. She was coming at me real hot.
Really?
Wait a second. Des Rochers is French.
She showed me their Vatican passports were father and grandfather. That dude's her great grandfather. That dude's grandfather. His father was a highly decorated SS officer who allegedly died in the Battle of the Bulge as a tank commander. Now that dude, the tank commander's father, was a Project Paperclip Nazi who brought his grandson and his daughter-in-law, the Bavarian royal family princess, there over to America via Vatican passports through the Juarez, Mexico Vatican embassy into America. Weird.
No, they were high level. They were smuggling him high level. They're smuggling him high level.
Different names. That wasn't the name he's got smuggled in on. That wasn't the name he got smuggled in at all. I've seen. They definitely changed their names.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something to finish my story about my stepfather and his father.
Yeah.
When his father died, as I told you, he questioned. You know what? He wasn't a Mormon anymore. He was a lifetime Mormon until about the 90s. And when I was having these conversations with him, an old guy, he was trying to understand how he'd been taken advantage of. And he's one of the most soft-spoken and just fucking nice guys you'd ever talk to. But he realized he'd been taken advantage of by the church, by the government. The whole story was hogwash or whatever. But he was he didn't say that. I could flush it. I could flesh it out. He didn't have to say it. But guess what? His son, my stepfather, became a tank driver, tank commander over, and then he was stationed in Germany during the 1970s, practicing, war games on the border of the Soviet Union during the height of the Cold
they're
War.
not really doing a lot over there. So I was wondering what they're getting into. They're just doing war game stuff.
And to this day, in the 70s, I'm sure just gaming it out. What would we do if the Russians come? Coolest thing you ever did was the Scorpions. He's listening to the Scorpions driving a tank around, JJ.
I was picturing spies like us.
Wonderful that we have such great people in my country. What cool.
Oh, hell yeah. And let me tell you what, he's one of the most outstanding people I know, just an outstanding gentleman, my stepfather. So glad that he married my mother, and just one of the nicest guys. And I know he ain't working for the CIA or any kind of Bill Colby operation. but his story is...
Not there, not in your household, huh, bud?
Not in our household.
Good to hear.
Possibly. No, I don't think so.
Changes. The German government is claiming all the time, these bad Americans let us alone in our cause to fight the Russians. And now Americans listen. Now
that's what they're telling. That's what they're telling you guys over there. That's what your news is saying.
Oh, really? Because that's weird. Because Germany made that weird oil deal with the Russians that the U.S. then bombed.
No, not much luck with the Russians. They are so brainwashed and dumb. Anyways, do you know what a TRA is? A temporary response airspace or something like that. And I live under such. And every time they are exercising and practicing with their air fighters to beat the Russians. They really think that they can do it because the media says the Russians are weak, so it has to be true. Good luck, guys. Go.
Whoa.
Yeah, but
I
you
just
got
found
so many
some.
Nazis over there today with the NATO and the
Of course,
NATO
the
Nazis and
members
the European
of
Union
the Bundestag of
Nazis.
the German government are all offspring of the Nazis, of the SS. All of them. Their
Yeah.
You got the
grandparents
Ukrainian Nazis.
The
There's a lot of
Stasi's,
fucking
the
Nazis out there,
Stasi's.
man.
were Nazis, and the Green Party was founded by Nazis, and so on and so forth.
What
Gehlen
nation?
Operation, now you know about Gehlen Operation.
Oh yeah, well
Reinhard
I'll
Gehlen.
put a pin in that one. I'll bring you back in a second to the Galen operation. What nation was it over there in the 90s that was their prime minister was a fucking SS officer?
Oh, Austria.
I thought it was
In the
Czechoslovakia,
90s?
but I could be
The
wrong.
PLO. Who? What are you talking about?
Dude,
The
he got
90s?
out of his head. They're like, wait a second, this Muppet's an SS officer. He's like, oh shit, I run this bitch.
Yeah, and
Reinhard Gehlen.
of NATO, Heusinger was a Nazi. And
Not only was he a Nazi, man, he was Hitler's Joint Chief of Staff, the equivalent thereof, his top general.
assholes, they get away with it and became have high-ranking jobs out of Germany in the United States, in NASA, in the CIA, and so on. And in
Don't forget the Hoff, dude. Don't
everywhere.
hassle the Hoff. Germany brought us David Hasselhoff.
They are
That's
everywhere.
right.
Or they're
Big time. Did you see David Hasselhoff, Ellie? Do you remember him?
Yeah, I'm looking for freedom.
Does he have records and stuff over there? Does he sing songs? Is he like a celebrity over there?
East Germans hate Americans that don't understand your language. Until this day, they were very surprised about this David Hasselhoff looking for freedom. They say it was a bad job of the American. They are dumb. They say the Americans are so dumb.
You don't want to hassle the Hoff, ma'am. You don't want to hassle the Hoff.
Man,
I
he
found a
bring his car
breadcrumb.
over there with him.
I found a breadcrumb trail from that
You can
name
look
that
up
you gave me.
On YouTube, there are videos, and the
What?
East Germans are looking. So, what is this about? What the fuck?
Well, real quick, put this
I don't
screen on
disagree
real
with you
quick.
objectively speaking. I just like to joke about the Hoff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Marius Fortinelli. I found a clue. Do you want to put the screen on real quick? Yeah, I'll be real quick with it. So
Are you
okay?
are you asking me to do this? Oh, I was looking for something else about the Galen Network for Ellie there.
Okay, so
And I was getting ready to sing a Scorpion song, so
okay.
No.
Bob Dylan's in the house. What do you got there?
I'm
Well,
just teasing.
Scorpions even better than the CIA rock band that helped free Germany.
Time, only time will bring back your love someday. I will
Oh,
be
dude, I thought you were gonna
there.
go with what is that? Wind of Change?
I
Or
will
something? I think
be
it's Kansas.
there.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Windy,
Well, here, put the screen on. I'll be real
take
quick.
me
Just a couple tabs.
to the magic
listen real
of
quick.
the moment of the starry night.
All right.
Clint,
So
what?
this REM 3
Was
company.
by the CIA.
Wait, listen, this REM 3 company.
Okay.
They made a patent in 1991 under Marius R. Fortinelli, New York, filed whatever day, and then so I look it
Oh,
up.
dude, I
man.
love their song. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Well, so then
REM?
it says I looked up REM 3 and Fortelny, and it says Fortelny refers to Marius Fortelny, a CEO associated with Forte Lux, and
That's the guy.
Yeah,
That's the
Forte
guy we
Lux.
were just talking about.
Yeah,
the German
light.
child actor turned real estate mogul turned. He built a home for fucking
Turn
Aaron Smith.
Epstein father, yeah. Turn Epstein
Build a
father. Or
home-
is this
He may
Epstein?
build a home for David
No, this ain't
Hasselhoff.
the
You better
Epstein
build a
father.
home for David Hasselhoff, dude. You want to hassle the Hoff.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like he's connected to this Jupiter Island condominiums, and then also this Dim Rain 47 was mentioned in the right here. Where was it? Yeah, REM3 primarily known as a musician. I don't know if this musician part.
Dame Ram, Saudi Arabia, dude. That's the city listed on Jeffrey Epstein's passport in the same
Wait,
place that the other guy lives.
Are you kidding me?
Are we in the same conversation,
I have-
sir? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what we
I have a
just
hard
covered.
time hitting
Holy
REM.
cow.
I have a hard time hitting Michael Stipe's vocals, on REM. Once a pregnancy tennis is your
In regards to the Galen
Oh,
Enterprises,
What does REM stand for?
REM.
Rapid
Good
eye
question.
movement.
Rapid eye movement. Are you sure in this context?
Yeah,
Well,
it's a hypnotic. It's the CIA. It's literally a CIA outfit.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of the CIA and the Galen Enterprises, look at Gavin Newsom's dad. This is SS Officer Otto von Bullshit.
he looks like Bill Kobe.
Ugly
No,
son of
that's
a
Gavin Newsom's dad.
Or maybe that's weird.
He was best
ugly.
friends with Gavin Newsom's on paper dad, but he looks nothing like an Irishman. His father, Gavin Newsom, he looks like his father's best friend, Otto von Bullshit. And when he got outed as being an SS officer around 1980, he said, "Oh, you can't extradite me to the war crimes. I'm Mormon." He converted to Mormonism. This is a man who was number 2 in the Galen Enterprises, who then went on to run the Society of Cincinnati family, the Getty family business, that he was the head of it. Gavin Newsom's on paper dad was their attorney for that enterprise. And despite all of those connections, when he got out as an SS officer, he converted to Mormonism. That should tell you something.
Well, now all of his sins are absolved, okay?
Well, not
Go
only
to
that,
the
I'm
celestial
saying as far as who
kingdom.
controls shit around these parts. Because he's like, you ain't
I
extraditing
hear
me,
ya.
you can't. I'm a Mormon now.
Man, I hear you.
It's weird, dude.
Like being under the wing of a big bird, like a big dinosaur bird.
Has a lot of shows about the connections between the Mormons and the Nazis. It's very interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Mormons love Nazis. Big white nationalists. Big time.
JJ, you must be mistaken because Mormons
Well,
now allow people of color to become Mormons.
I'm Mormon and I don't love Nazis.
No, I mean on paper they do,
I mean-
right? But have you seen a
Well, I'm
black man
saying
as a
me
president? in
me
the first
personally. I'm not
council
saying
of
they
the
don't. I'm not
70s,
saying
right?
they don't. I hear you. That's why I always say, 1978 or whatever, they gave the black people. You can be in here with us now. You can be part of our priesthood. Come on in, guys. Come on. We like
Yeah, but
you.
how many black folks you see running the Quorum of the 70, the Council of 12, the first counselors? You know what I mean, Todd? You know
I
what I'm
bet
talking
there
about.
ain't. I bet there ain't one. I bet there ain't one black guy in the quorum of the 70. What do you want to?
You know there's
that
not,
to-
sir. It's a bunch of crusty old white dudes, and you know just as well as I do. What's going on there?
Yeah.
God.
Or the
But they're not racist. We're not racist.
Bones member? Nelson Russell or Russell Nelson?
Yeah, we got the skull and bones connection over there. That's spookier than hell.
And we know that Skull and Bones funded the Nazis. Anthony
Yeah,
Sutton
the Nazis.
wrote
They
about
liked them. They liked them.
The
the
Toten Cop.
Wall Street and the rise of Hitler.
Probably brothers. They probably hugged each other during the whole thing
And
that was
Well, I
going
found
on.
the Napoleon connection too. The
the head
Sarge de
of
la Mort.
the church is a Skull and Bones guy. No questions anymore.
Right, from the Utah chapter, right?
I like that Heidi loves putting the spotlight on the Utah chapter.
That is this
I
Nelson.
never heard about it, dude, until Heidi blew up my brain hole with that business.
I caught it about 5 years ago because there's a group in Utah called Defending Utah that are pretty hardcore, constitutionalists and freedom lovers that caught on to the skull and bones
Yeah.
things, and they've been riding them for a while now and trying to wake
Riding
people
real
up to
hard.
the United Nations agenda. And the Utah has a skull and bones chapter. When you think when you think of Utah, you think of Mormons. Oh, they're religious. They're so. You don't think of skull and bones lingering in the background in high level positions.
When I think of Utah, I think of kid diddling and UFOs, but it's a different story.
Or kid diddling and UFOs. That too, yeah. But man,
So
I'm
this
telling
is
you.
Otto von Bullshit. This is supposedly Willie. This is again. He ran the Getty Business Enterprises. This was the Getty Business Enterprises attorney, Willie Newsom, right? So
Yeah.
this is the well, I'm not gonna get on all that shit, but so that's supposedly Gavin Newsom's dad. You tell me. That ain't
Yeah.
that ain't his dad.
Keep
dude. That ain't
hammering
his
keep
dad.
hammering us with
It's
this,
nothing like
JJ,
him.
because every time they show it. Yeah.
It's nothing
Yeah.
like him.
A connection with the Pelosi's in California, right?
That's Otto von Bullshit's kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, that's his dad's closest business associate. They run the Getty businesses together. He's the head of it on the business side. Willie Newsom was the attorney running it.
JJ, I'm sorry. What is this individual's name?
Otto von
SS
Bullshit.
officer Otto von Bullshit.
Is it really
Otto von,
bullshit?
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's Otto von Bullswing. My mistake. My
Bull
mistake.
swing, ball swing.
He was the partner of
Gesundheit.
right?
He was a major figure in the Galen enterprises that Ellie mentioned, the CIA, Nazi intel spook enterprises.
The BND, the Bundesnachrichtendienst, the Secret Service of Germany, so to say.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know what you said there, ma'am. Can you say that again?
BND.
BND.
BND. This is a German word for government secret service, so to say.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I
So
seen
this
him
guy,
in the Dennis
this guy's a
Cuddy
major
article.
figure in all that shit, and he's
Yeah.
also Gavin Newsom's dad.
Indeed.
Yeah, he was all up in that Dennis Cuddy articles about the Nazis and the power elite.
Interesting.
This guy was, yep.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. A bunch
During
of
the
those
early
people
years
were-
of the Cold War, von Bullshit continued to work as an intelligence agency agent in Central and Southeastern Europe, first for the Galen organization and later for the Muppets at Langley. Go fuck yourself, RR. With
This
the
is a-
complicity of the U.S. government, he came in. So everyone thinks they came in 47. He didn't come till 54. See?
I'm surprised that Wikipedia is admitting
Took a
this.
few years to find out who'd be the great ally, that we could use. It took a few years to figure out who to bring over here to help us start creating terror worldwide.
Can you
Well,
do
he
it
was-
again?
no one cares,
Americans?
Todd. They said they didn't find him until 81 because the Justice Department didn't start looking for Nazis until 78, about 3 months after Werner von Braun died. How convenient.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
but they don't talk about Scarface Skorzeny sending him to the Middle East to stir up stuff. between
They don't
those
talk
countries.
about the state of Israel, the nation of Israel, hiring a Nazi assassin.
Don't talk
to go
about
to
that.
war for him.
They don't
That's
talk
too
about that.
unusual
one
of a
thing.
conversation. You can't be talking about that, Todd.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I
in the
know.
UN having Nazi as the
Well, sir, we all work
Secretary
for the UN now, and you're out of uniform, so I'm definitely reporting you, by the way.
General. Well,
Yeah.
I play for the Indians now.
Got your blue hat on, yeah. It's got a blue hat on.
Yeah.
Blue helmet.
And what is your opinion
So-
about Donald Trump? Is he part
Well,
of?
I got a question for you, ma'am, real quick. Why didn't we see any more stuff from Deutsche Bank in the Epstein file release? Because we knew that was a known previously.
Well, I think was it Union City Bank?
Maybe they are funding the Department of Justice.
So there's some relationship that's obfuscating these details from the public purview right now, right? We do. That's a known.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
They're
it is,
showing us
when
what they
there are-
want us to
it is-
see.
it is suspicious when yeah,
It's super
Yeah.
suspicious.
because it is an open secret.
Because you're talking about
Stuff
the USA and
that-
Germany relations. Well, what if there's a secret network from Nazi Germany that when they imported all the Nazis here, the Dulles brothers set them up out of Switzerland in 45, this whole franchise along with the Galen Enterprises and Gavin Newsom's dad, all of on bullshit. What if the headquarters, let's say that's the operational headquarters, what if the administrative headquarters remains in Germany still today?
Yeah, probably in Austria or
Or Austria, dude. Where Epstein's from. Huh, that's fucking weird, man.
Ingolstadt?
Ingolstadt could be. There was so that one Krupp guy, Krupp Steele, he was a big player in the Nazis. He was from Prussia, I think. Or
They all
Switzerland.
were, dude. Go take it. You were talking about elevators. Go take an elevator ride in America. You're going to be riding on a Nazi elevator company. Krupp Tyson. And Tyson was one of the biggest proponents of Hitler, of old Schittler.
IG Farben, pharmaceutical chemical
What'd
manufacturers.
you call me, sir?
IG
Gesundheit.
Farben. Chemical manufacturers.
That's what I'm
Pharmaceutical.
saying, dude.
Deutsche
Air conditioning, the current combustible automobile engine, jet engine aircrafts, you name it, dude. We live in a Nazi invention society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Fourth Reich. Welcome.
9.
Welcome to Puppet World.
Reich.
9.
Great.
99 love balloons floating in the summer sky.
But
Do they
look
play
at
that song over in Germany? Do they play that song, Ellie, over in Germany? 99 love balloons, watching them in the sky.
Kriegsminister.
America,
Is Bob
and us
Dylan, is
is
Bob
gonna
Dylan
fight.
here tonight, Todd?
He's
Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
That's it?
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack. So,
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You know what that sounds like?
Folks.
You know what that sounds like? A crack expert. That guy is an expert.
He's got a PhD in crack, dude.
He can tell you the whole thing, start to finish, where you get it, how you smoke it.
Isn't it interesting that Hunter Biden has dropped out of the news cycle? Venezuela has dropped out of the news cycle. I mean, issues they're constantly being cycled through. And JJ, I have a question for you. So the broader picture, while everybody's looking, you know, logged on to the DOJ to look at the Epstein drop, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?
I think
we know that no one's going to face prosecution. No one's going to face prosecution.
They're trying to take our eyes off
from facts a long time ago, so no one has control of anything at this point. That's the scary part.
Well, so is the point that they're trying to make to the public at large?
There's no accountability, right? So
is the point they're making to the public at large? There's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do about it?
I don't think it's the point they're intentionally making. It's the point that's being made because the train has left the tracks, so to speak.
Yeah, it's a runaway train.
Going off the rails on a crazy train.
It's like it's kind of like casting Gary Busey in a film. Sure, you might get a somewhat mediocre product.
There you go.
You're certainly going to get some Looney Tune shit out of the guy, but in order to accomplish these things,
for a moment.
It's not worth your time. The train's left the track, man. I mean, you can't control that. You can't control Gary Busey.
No, you can't. He's crazy.
I had a close encounter with Gary Busey several years ago.
No shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What happened?
He was looking at my chocolate chip cookie that I was holding like he was going to just gobble me all up.
Shit. Yep. It sounds like a Busey thing to do.
At you the same way, JJ.
Classic Busey.
Yeah,
I'm sure he would have looked at me the same way. I used to think it was an act, but I don't think it's an act. And
do
he came
remember,
up to me.
Do you remember the time that him and Alex Jones did a live stream from his back patio in Malibu for like 3 hours talking all sorts of wild shit?
Yeah, I love that.
You seen that?
He basically had Alex Jones pinned down, just crazy on him
the entire time. Alex Jones,
let me go crazy on you. He just went crazy on Alex Jones. Alex goes, I thought I was crazy. You're crazy.
Fantastic.
Hey JJ, who funded Alex Jones?
Well, I mean, Bill Cooper had a lot of ideas in that, didn't he, Clint?
He did indeed.
Alex Jones is definitely, he was either 100% an agent or he was
he's
idiot.
Controlled opposition. Yeah.
Well, his staff was found with media badges from Time Warner Cable of Ted Turner Enterprises back in the 90s on numerous instances. So I would argue Ted Turner funded Alex Jones.
Yeah, Ted Turncoat.
I can see the positive.
He's all connected with. He's hanging out with Fauci, the Astors, Bill Gates' dad, Barbara Walters, and that
gets to be in a movie with Keanu Reeves, the stupid Scanner Darkly movie.
Was running a think tank called Q, and some say it was related to the QAnon thing. Do you know something about this?
I've never heard of this.
I think Q technically in the Navy stuff means you got nuclear
Because
clearance.
Epstein or his
I thought
network
it was
being
clear
destroyed
clearance.
What? And allegedly, there's a think tank on James Island. Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I didn't prove it. I didn't fact check it. I heard it, but
Well, he alludes to a skiff there being on his island, which is a secure compartmentalized intelligence facility.
Because you said this guy John Valley is behind this psyop, right? And has he ties to the Epstein network? Paul Valley.
Oh, Paul Valet, yeah. Old Muppet Mikey's buddy, right? Old Turning Point USA advisor. He's certainly involved in the Q. No, different spelling, different family, different background. I've done that too. Jacques Vallée, though, was one of the original members of the Church of Satan. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, here we are.
Well, he's the go-to UFO guy. No one asks him, "Hey, buddy, why you been a multi-decade Satanist, pal? What's going on with that?"
Yeah.
Well, I talked about this before. I know Diana Pasulka has written. Well, she was one of his. Jacques Vallée was a mentor of hers, and she was invited into his private library, where I think the book was History of Satan. And I forgot what cheeky response he gave her when she pointed it out. She didn't know. She was shocked. So he's turning out to be a very, very, man, you can't trust anybody.
You certainly can't trust Gary Busey.
No one. Trust no one.
The Venus Project.
I can go to your mama's and start a small fire in her panties. Now.
There is a request in the chat for some Black Sheep Busey. I got plenty of Busey on deck if you need some Busey in your life.
Start a fire in her panties.
Hell, every guy's got his dream, am I right? Between you, me, and the wall, I had a doozy myself last night. Get this. A corn-fed harvest mouse, a hooker, a nun, a Flemish peasant woman, whips, chains, whistles, yo-yos, a circus midget, my grandmother riding by on a bicycle, give me the finger, and a duck. Now, I don't know. Are you crying?
Flemish.
Welcome back, Todd. I was buying some time with some Black Sheep clips.
And a question
I appreciate that.
Americans,
no problem, sir.
What do you think about this plan? This Trump has allegedly.
I trust the plan, ma'am. Trust the plan. That's what I think about
it. I had to check in. I had to check and see if my dog was okay. You know, Max.
1931, there was a map.
That's a good question.
About technocracy in that, and it is about America, Canada, Venezuela, Greenland, and Mexico. And there is one state. There's a map out there. Technocracy. Technocracy. Yeah, and this map is showing exactly these countries Trump want to have. And Musk's daddy was.
Well, I would also argue, ma'am, those are precisely the same countries that used to be in the ownership of the Knights Templar, and those family members you're talking about to try to regain that property. No Knights Templar descendants.
Yeah.
Even of the Spanish variety, the Portuguese variety, it's not all just British and Scots Irishmen. You know what I mean?
Ellie, you're right.
Even the Sicilians tie into this network of a family tree because the Normans invaded them in 1066 as well.
Yeah. Oh yes, Sabrina, you are, according to your profile, more familiar with Elon Musk. What's your take on
that? Intimately.
Cool. Yeah, the 50 Shades of the Dark Side of the Templars.
Well, I think it's the same deal we're dealing with now. The factional warfare that I can point to in the Society of Cincinnati since its inception. This is a long-standing family feud. Out of those Knights Templar that established Magna Carta, I believe 14 of the 25 were cousins of King John, the man whose head they lopped off because he took over the kingdom from King Richard and gave all the Templars land back to the Vatican in an edict in 1213 that no one likes to talk about. They're like, oh, these robber barons. You mean the robber barons that you stole their land and gave it back to the Pope while they were away on the Crusades? those robber barons and all their liberty as well. It's a convenient approach.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Everything we talk about in history, even our modern era of parapolitics, there's a lot of convenient approaches where the context is folks don't even understand the word context, let alone how to apply it to a situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and these are hundreds of years history going back 100 years ago. How close can we get to the truth? The story they tell is that the Pope confiscated all their property, mass amounts of it.
And what is interesting as well, Massey, this congressman who is in charge of releasing these Epstein files, is a member of Chuck Molley.
Molley.
He's probably Gerald Massey, the famous Freemason.
Massey, right? He is a member of the Society of Chuck Molley. Wasn't this the guy in charge of the Templars? The head of the Templars?
Grandmaster.
Yes.
The Grandmaster.
Yeah.
I don't
was burned at the stake.
Dave Chappelle joke though, right?
Hey, Ellie, he was burned at the stake on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, but just because you name your organization Jacques de Molay doesn't mean you have any connections to the man
100 years ago,
organization. You know,
on this date, 800
it's
years
like the
ago.
Dave Chappelle joke. Just because you yell Wu-Tang doesn't have nothing to do with Wu-Tang.
Yeah. So
Totally.
the Demolay Society grip, you grab the person's wrist, you tap on their wrist 3 times. That's a reference to a Persian secret society handshake called the Eagle's Claw, which is some kind of counterpart to the Masonic Lion's Claw.
I'm not convinced that all of these handshakes of all these little groups are not just different ways to jerk each other off. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're definitely gland handing each other under those skirts.
They're double Dutch ruddered in their way all day long in them lodges. You know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying.
You wouldn't want to be there. Yeah, that's how bad it is.
And they're jamming things up each other's butts. They're using those handshakes. You know what the double Dutch rudder is, right? You know what I mean? He grabs your arm,
definitely.
is that way gay, right?
Put a hood over your head. Next thing you know, you're
would take revenge on
Shanghai.
them. Who knows?
I'm not a member of these organizations. I'm just saying I'm convinced that's all this stuff's about. It's weird sexual stuff.
There's definitely sex stuff going on in those OTO type, the whole Satanist
OTO type thing is the Masons love obelisk. That's a giant dick statue.
And don't forget they're eating babies. Don't forget this. They're eating babies.
Really doesn't eat. They eat babies. They also have ladies.
There's thousands of Americans out there. By the way, I've been shot with a laser beam twice.
Grab your babies.
Now watch out.
He's down. They got twice.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Gunderson. Oh, there was some stuff in the Gunderson declassified documents about his history, and that there were 2 or 3 instances where it seemed like he might have been aiding and abetting someone because he wasn't turning in evidence. He wasn't. It seemed like he was botching his own cases.
You're telling me Ted Gunderson, the guy who violated all Americans' rights through the COINTEL program, is botching cases? I don't believe it, sir. He's a fine muppet.
So, JJ, and what's the deal with the Ferris wheels? Suddenly, that's
a good question. It was I tracked that stuff down to a cult out of the UK about 10 years ago. It's putting all these Ferris wheels in America. I don't remember the name of it right now. Foundation of Light. Does that sound
Foundation
right?
of Light.
That sounds like it goes.
Sounds right to me.
What's the story? What's the story on it?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I got a lot of malted hops and bong resin on the old brain. I'll look it up though right now.
That there's meaning behind. Well, and I'm thinking more of like the eye in the sky. London has one, or the London Eye. There's London has one. Las Vegas has one. They're popping up in major cities as.
It started about 15 years ago. Yeah.
But that there's like symbolism going on there, but I don't know what. I don't know what.
Chicago,
it's something though, right?
Chicago
it's got to be something, right?
The Wheel of the
They're
Sun.
not doing it because they like Ferris wheels.
The Wheel of the Sun.
Yeah, they're all sun cults.
Well, they're not doing it because they like Ferris wheels. And like, I like Ferris wheels. You know what I mean? There's a demand for Ferris wheels.
I'm so sad.
I know. Well, I know the one in Cincinnati almost never gets used. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to get do some weird sex stuff, and they have cameras. People always are busted doing weird sex stuff on the Ferris wheel. I'm like, how many? It's like I don't know. How many times you got to have the same story where like people get busted doing weird sex stuff on the Ferris wheel? Reminds me of a guy out of the state of Washington. He got arrested for banging a horse.
Jesus.
No, please,
Stupid.
no,
Jesus.
no.
He got out of
bestiality.
jail. He got out of jail. Walked his happy ass about 12 miles right back
Well,
to
you
that
know
same
that's
horse.
common in
Got
certain
arrested
areas
for
of
banging
the
it again.
world.
And he knew the camera was in the barn. He knew it was going to get. He knew what the circumstance was. You just can't fake stupid.
Jesus.
Was he
It's not
from
that weird
South
for banging
America
horses.
by chance? Was he from South
This was
America by
Washington
chance?
State, sir. America.
Okay.
Was he Islam?
He's a
I
white
just
fella.
checking.
He just like banging horses, dude. He was not. Nothing was gonna stop him from banging that horse again.
Jesus. Well,
He
that's
knew there was
fucked
a
up.
camera there. That's how he got arrested the first time.
Well, he probably rose up high in the ranks. You know, probably got a raise, a bonus, an extra badge.
My point of that story was, oh, here we go. Someone knows the story of Buckley, Washington. Okay.
No.
Buckley. God.
So my point of that story is, it's hard to tell what goes on in this world because folks are so fucking stupid. You can put a Ferris wheels, you can run Colts, you can do all this shit, and no one's really going to fucking pay attention. Folks are starting to notice.
Well,
we got a
because
long
nobody
history of
believes
folks
it.
not noticing.
Nobody believes it.
There
Yeah,
you go.
you're just a nut. You're a conspiracy theory. No, that's
people
not
are
happening.
afraid-
That's not happening.
People are afraid to admit that there's literal secret societies, mafias, Satanists all taking blood oaths to fucking work for some secret plan. it's all real.
Okay,
There is a secret plan.
here are a couple of normie
Those fucking
responses. Too many people would have to be in on it. That's number one.
Well,
right?
you should see the membership.
They always-
lists.
that's
They're
always
huge.
said,
Somebody
right?
would
That's
say
like
something.
nobody
somebody,
they know.
somebody would say something.
Millions of people are in on this conspiracy to take over the world.
If this was happening, somebody'd say something somewhere. So this can't be happening.
How dare you, sir?
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
But
How dare
it's like
you?
these cults operate just like fucking.
People
street gangs or
get sensed about it. If you insinuate such a thing, like, oh, they're doing this. How many people would be in on it? How dare you? How many people would be in on it?
Yep.
Yeah, people don't understand that even the first degree of masonry, you swear to have your throat cut and your tongue torn out by the roots. And
The
to be
lower
buried.
That's what they tell the people in the public. It really
That's
on the
the first
inside, they say they're
degree.
going to chop your dick off. They're going to chop your
What do you
dick
think?
off.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. I
Yeah.
thought the first and second degrees are just playing card games and,
The
watching.
first degree is you say you have your throat slit. The second and third degree is to have your body cut in half and your fucking heart torn out.
Yeah.
And
And
try
the fourth degree,
You didn't know
That
that?
is
you play
a tough
Osiris.
club.
The fourth degree that you play Osiris, they chop your dick off and everyone has to go on a scavenger hunt to find it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then the 30th degree, you have to drink wine from a skull or some shit.
Oh,
Swear that.
JJ, what do you think these mounds are all about? Clint said these are burial sites. These mounds. I'm so interested in it now.
Well, the
the mound-
OTO loves mounds for a very magical nature. They've been doing a lot of mounds, weird mound stuff for many decades here in America, including Crowley himself.
Yeah. It's rumored
But
that
the society has purpose for the mounds. Walmart has purpose for the mounds. I don't know what all these people's purposes are, but sometimes they do overlap, I'm sure.
huh. I think the
The smiley
Walmart.
face killer cult has purpose for the mounds. They've been committing ritual human sacrifices at the sites of ancient human sacrifices with the mounds. So there's different mounds and different purposes, but there's a large, wide-ranging, large scale network of occultists that have veneration for these mounds. Sure.
And I
Yeah.
wonder about Crater Lake in Oregon.
I've never been, man. That's
Just
the only
look it
state in
up.
the lower 48 I've never been.
Yeah, Oregon. There's a lot of occult in Oregon. It's a very
Yeah,
spooky state.
you're damn right. There is a lot of weird shit in Oregon.
And there's a lot of weird shit in the state of Washington as well. And I'm only 2.5 hours.
There's a
from
lot of
horse
serial
fucker,
killers
man. He
up
went
there.
to jail for fucking a horse because they caught him on camera in the barn. He came right back.
Yeah.
He got out of jail,
That's
walked
weird.
12 miles right back to that horse. Some
Crazy
weird shit going
son
on
of
in
a-
Washington.
Poor animal.
Isn't it called Oregon Salem? Something is with the Salem as well.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
Salem, Oregon. It's the capital of the state of Oregon, I believe.
There's a Salem, Utah. Yeah.
There's a Salem,
Coincidence?
Massachusetts, where Bill
I think
Colby's
not.
foremother, Mary Bliss Parsons. Not Bill Colby. Bill Colby's forefather was involved as an accuser. Jack Parsons, Jack Whiteside Parsons' foremother, Mary Bliss Parsons, was an accused witch in the Salem witch trials in Massachusetts. That's weird.
Stephen King wrote a book called Salem's Law.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
if we're
That's an
talking about
early one, right?
multi-generational occult stuff, which I think is a throughput of what we're all in kind of the subjects we're all talking about here, there's a great example. One of the chief architects of occultism in America, Marvel Whiteside Jack Parsons, his foremother was a witch in Salem. So it's hundreds of years apart. Doing devil shit or witchcraft, if you will.
And Joseph
same
Smith's
bloodline.
connection to the Salem witch
Same
trials
thing.
is just unreal.
Oh,
It's
yes.
unreal.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Lived my whole
yeah.
life, never even
How about
heard
this
of
one,
any of
Todd?
that.
How about this? All these Muppets. How about this one? All these Muppets out of the Salem witch trials, their descendants comprise the Massachusetts chapter of the Society of Cincinnati. They're the power center of it.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
Very weird.
They're all devil worshippers.
I think it's a
They were doing
coincidence.
devil shit, huh?
So what did these perpetrators do?
Perpetrators, they were hippie assholes. And two of them burst through the front door there, and the guy hippie said he was the devil, and he said, "I'm here to do some devil shit." That's not verbatim, but
Some devil shit.
yeah, devil shit.
Says here to do some devil shit.
Wow.
Devil
Yeah.
You're
Pretty much
resorting to an
explained it.
Arabic
Germany
bootleg.
as well, and my town where I'm living was called Salem a while ago, and
No shit.
Oh,
I
in
Oh,
Germany.
yeah.
of course, and we have this Napoleon, what I told you the other day, JJ, when they sang the song "Ode to Napoleon," Napoleon, the Cincinnatus of the West. Say, what the fuck? Everywhere.
Yeah, that's some creepy shit you found here, huh?
That's trippy.
Yeah.
Well, I think it shows the throughput of the power that this organization has. Why would you be singing about that, right? Like, what would be the purpose,
That's
right?
crazy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
why do you think they sing about that still, Ellie? Like, what do you think they're what's the local what's the take on that?
In the Napoleonic Wars, there was a big battle here, and Napoleon called his general, Marshal Ney, the bravest of the bravest. And he is the head, till this day, of our village. And I think they are on a payroll of the offsprings of Napoleon. That is why they
In
sing
Germany.
to Napoleon and love him. They are on the payroll of some of
Sure.
these guys.
So, I mean, that's a very plausible scenario. Something's got to be causing. There's an impetus behind it, right? That's a good suggestion for sure.
Yeah, that Napoleon built that one arch, and that it's interesting that they're trying to build an arch like that in the United States. There's some
Oh,
recent
yeah.
plans.
Trump
Where that be?
wants to build one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's that abnormal when you consider Trump's. He's allegedly not a member of the Society of Cincinnati, but Steve Bannon's been going around everywhere for multiple years now, telling everybody he's the modern day Cincinnati. So, you
Yeah. JJ, what's this picture you got pulled up here on the screen?
That's all Clint, sir. You have to ask him. That's
Oh,
his
is that,
devil shit.
is that John D? Who is that? John D?
Devil shit.
Yeah. I figured we were talking about devil shit, so
There you go.
Talking about some devil shit here.
Little goat talking to a goat. You got to have letters around the outside. Be a little Enochian language there, the language of the angels. Talking
Is that
to a
what that
goat,
is?
telling
All
him
right,
what to
there
do.
you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Those symbols are Enochian.
yeah, some of the alien abduction.
It's a
phenomena,
combination of
people-
astrological symbols and other magical ones, but a woodcut definitely from
Yeah.
2 centuries back.
The alien abduction phenomenon, people they say in their testimony that they've seen metal or craft, and they would describe the Enochian language on the supposed spacecraft. So that's pretty interesting.
Wait a second. Some of that Roswell nonsense again.
I think that there's cults that are abducting people, and they're doing something, and that they're making them
Yeah, but
we're on a spacecraft or something.
I'm sure that is going on. I'm sure. I know
Spacecraft.
the aviary.
Put
the
people
aviary
under enough
including
pressure.
Colonel John Alexander, who's best friends with Muppet Mikey Aquino. Their wives claim to be sisters. I find their relations, but anyhow, they claim to be brother-in-laws in that regard. He is part of the aviary, which we have Hal put off, OT7 level fucking Xenu guy on Earth, Scientologist. All those people from SRI, all those Muppets. They're all part of, Peter Levendas is kind of in that mix. They're all telling us these stupid nonsense stories of how there was ancient Egyptian writing on the fucking wreckage at Roswell over the years. They're the ones telling us that
It sounds total fiction. Can't believe a word these guys say.
stories go to a very small team of Muppets, and they all know each other.
Well, it's interesting you
Definitely.
bring that up because Eric Van Daniken just passed away recently.
And today there is
Rockefeller Finance, right, ma'am? Rockefeller Finance. That Eric
Yeah.
Foundation.
Him and Sitchin. Isn't Sitchin
Chariots
another
of the
one that's
Gods.
And Jordan Maxwell, funded by the same Muppets.
Jordan Maxwell, Sitchin?
Yeah.
Jordan Maxwell, right? Really?
Yeah, the Jehovah's
Yeah,
Witness cargo cultist had an
that
office next to
wouldn't
Stitch there in the
surprise
Rockefeller
me.
Center.
Cooper was trying to call out Maxwell and Jones and a number of people. Cooper kind of put the finger on
Cooper's trying to call
Maxwell.
people. I got a clip for that, sir.
Can you believe what you have been seeing on CNN today, ladies and gentlemen? Can you believe it? Supposedly, a CNN reporter found Osama bin Laden, took a television camera crew with him, went into Osama bin Laden's hideout, interviewed him and his top leadership, his top lieutenants and colonels and generals in their hideout. This is a CNN reporter with a camera crew. And he came out and told everybody, within 3 weeks, Osama bin Laden is going to attack the United States and Israel. Now, don't you think that's kind of strange, folks? You see, because the largest intelligence apparatus in the world, with the biggest budget in the history of the world, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years, and can't find him. The FBI also, under the leadership of Louis Freeh, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years and years and years and many years, and can't find him. Some doofus jerk-off reporter with a camera crew waltzes right into his hideout and interviews him.
Yeah. Osama bin Laden never left a AK-74. He always had an AK-74 on him.
If that don't tell you everything you need to know, if that don't tell you everything you need to know.
Short guys, I have to go. My dog is very fearful the last days, and I don't know what she's doing. I have to care about her. Go
Well, thank you, Ellie.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night, Ellie.
Take it easy.
Good night. Thank you.
Yeah, Bin Laden.
Well, that was 3 months before September 11th, dude. Alex Jones / Bill Hicks is going around telling everybody he's the one who called it out.
He did it.
Cooper used to call out Alex Jones as well
Yeah.
back then, too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, plus the Bin Ladens and stuff, they're all connected with Nazis and the Muslim. There's so many Nazis connections with those fucking Arabs. It's like it just blows my mind. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how did all this that stuff Dennis Cuddy wrote? It's like, how did it all just slip past in the history books? Unless Nelson Rockefeller was like, oh, we can't have that in the history books. We don't want the American
Well,
people.
there you
to
go,
know.
bud. That's who prints the books, buddy. Who prints the books?
Yeah. Well, that's why
I hear
Jonah's
I hear Ghislaine Maxwell's father's big into school book printing.
How dare you, sir? Actually, you're right. He was. But how dare you, sir?
He's everywhere.
I'm still trying to find a clip for you. Hold on. What you got?
He's teaching your kids.
So you're
Robert
making
Maxwell, publisher.
You're making me think about some texts I have on my shelf, and it just amazes me how, for instance, the conservatives embrace The Road to Serfdom by F.A. Hayek.
Embrace. Oh.
Yeah, this
like-
Road to Serfdom is considered like a key conservative text. You're familiar with Hayek?
Well, I had this dude come on my podcast named Road to Serfdom.
Selma?
He got famous for this Road to Serfdom dude. He was just naming himself out of the book, but he was very versed in the book. But he was on the show. Todd was on the show, I think, too, as well as Jen. And that we could tell that Road to Serfdom guy and him preaching about that book, that he was talking about socialism. And
Yes.
fucking, and we were
Yeah,
like,
I mean, the book, so it kind of promotes libertarianism. I mean, there's more than one way to get there. And, I'm not a libertarian, and that's one of the reasons why. But I also found out that this guy,
I'm a
Hayek,
Muppetarian.
attended the London School of Economics. So that tells you a lot right there, Fabian institution. And he got Rockefeller funding.
There you go.
But it just amazes me how, on the surface, it looks like a good book. Hey, yeah, we don't want to end up poor. We don't want another caste system, even though we're pretty much almost there. And we're there.
Right. I think we are there.
Yeah.
But and I think last night somebody touched on Reagan conservatives. You can't touch Reagan. You can't
He's a
touch
God figure.
Reagan. There's a reason they called him Red Ronnie. Nobody examines his presidency.
Well, I've seen connections with him and Nazis too, not just commies. Same with
Well, I've seen some information that seems to suggest he was banging dogs in and around the Manson house. So,
well, did you read Transformation?
Jesus!
Whoa. Holy shit!
He's in the film Mondo Hollywood with Mansonite Bobby Beausoleil. They're in the same film together.
Oh my god!
Well, it's
wow.
There is a set, and his wife was a deep occultist. Nancy read the horoscope did his astrology business every day, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, they were occultists.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I can see him banging. I don't want to picture him banging dogs, but I can understand that might be a circumstance.
He's kind of like Newsom, He's in the press. He's up in your face all the time. They're saying he could be president one day. Pretty soon, next, he's president. I don't know if he banged any dogs, but we didn't bang any dogs, but you
recognize it.
He may have, yeah. Probably did. I mean, based on all the shit that.
Oh shit! Good for you, sir. I appreciate you entertaining my shenanigans.
Yeah, there was.
I appreciate you having us on your show tonight.
One of those queens of
Love
England.
your show. Love your show, JJ. I think your show is. JJ, I love your show, and I think your show is like top fucking number 2 show in the world.
Holy sh! Hoping that's
right behind Steve Bannon. No.
Oh, you don't like my show?
Clint's number 3.
There was a
Steve Bannon operation.
Steve Bannon, JJ, and Clint. No, I'm teasing. I love your show, JJ.
JJ, if there's ever a next time for me, I think Jim Jones is a good one to tackle.
Oh, I'll be doing that soon in my Thursday series because for some reason during the satanic ritual abuse case of a bunch of kid diddling in Ukiah, California, the town of the Jonestown people.
Yep.
Yeah, Muppet Mikey's all over that shit for some reason.
Yeah.
Weird. These Muppets all know each other.
Well, that
That's a great topic.
Speaking of that, I heard Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Whoa. Corn Pop.
Well,
that guy was president after that clip. That would be before he was fucking.
So JJ, I'm just
wait.
if you're gonna do Jones, I'm just wondering if you're going to go into Congressman Leo Ryan as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I was gonna bring up. He went there to try to stop it or something, and then he was found dead at the airport
might be a little different take.
There was kind of expiring contract too.
His daughter was part of the cult. Was her dad part of the cult?
Yes, his daughter was in a cult, but I thought he was sponsoring the Ryan Hughes Amendment. JJ, let me know when you do that show. I would like to listen.
Well, that whole thing.
Listen, you better be on it.
Connected to that stuff with the it's like I think Donald DeFreeze was afterwards, but it was like that Earl Bryan.
DeFreeze is a CIA that was instituted in the SLA when they took it over. The SLA
DeFreeze was before, I think, before Jonestown, wasn't he?
70s. Was Jonestown
before?
Early?
Yeah, I think it was before because I think he was before the Patty Hearst incident. When was Patty Hearst allegedly kidnapped? 74. 74, I think.
Okay, that sounds somewhere in there.
Okay,
no, because it was after the Ford incident, I think, because the Manson girls were then running around with the SLA and the Hells Angels. So maybe it's 75, maybe so somewhere around that time frame.
Yeah.
Which had to be a crazy scene.
Well, plus there was LAPD.
The SLA, the Hells Angels, and the Manson girls. What a weird combo. Unless you understand they're all Muppets of the national security state.
LSD
I believe it now because I watched
singing in the background, playing some guitar. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Cooper lays it out with that that whole Vacaville scene and that whole California thing with the intelligence, where he's like, Reagan pushed their fucking charter or some shit.
I have a clip for that.
Trump understood if he played the game and took a big book deal and started buying more golf courses and getting the open rota over in the United Kingdom and getting to the PGA rota here, life would be fine, right? He had a great family, beautiful wife, young. He's still young and vibrant. He made a decision to return. Just like Cincinnatus, back from the plow to save his country. Nobody in American history has ever made that decision, understanding he knew they were going to bankrupt him. He knew they were going to try to put him in prison. He knew they were going to try to destroy him and his family. And he made the decision, I'm coming back.
Okay.
He's been going around telling that same speech for years.
I've heard him say that a number of times. And he says it passionately. If you listen to his show, when he starts talking to that, he gets his voices. And then, they let his hair grow long like some old world founding father. You notice Bannon's got the long hair.
Naval Intelligence Commander Steve Bannon's deceptions and mistakes, dude. He dresses like a bum to deceive people. That takes down your guard immediately. Just look at the way you were deceived. No offense.
Yeah.
It is an act of deception. That is, people think he's a slob. He is not a slob.
Yeah, you can always tell somebody's undercover if they got clean fingernails.
He's not undercover. He wears it on his sleeve where he's coming from.
So what kind of covers is he getting under, first and foremost? I'm just saying, it's like when he doesn't wear a suit and stuff like that, like he's preventing that image to deceive you.
Yeah.
He's putting a 15-hour interview with Epstein together. You're hanging out with Epstein for 15 hours in 2018 on film, and you're going to revive this guy's character? He's a asset you have to bring back.
I'm not trying to ban, but I'm just saying it makes sense of doing that to revive his character. And again, he's working with them. If you look at the emails that Epstein's already fucking parted ways with Trump, according to him, in those emails, because Trump asked him to bang Melania and vice versa. They want to swap wives. And that was too much for old Jeff. Banging kids is fine. Banging your friend's wife, no. He's far too.
No way. I'm out.
That's what we're getting a lot of bullshit around a lot of this stuff right now. I do think Bannon doing that was to trigger something else. What it was, I think time will tell. There's nothing Bannon does. It's not an intelligence operation, first and foremost.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was on to that guy early.
JJ,
he brought in all the other ones, Sean Spicer, Jack Posobiec. They're all part of the Bannon enterprise of O&I.
John Brisson from We Read the Documents, JJ?
I've heard him.
Yes.
You've heard of him?
Yeah. We've read the
documents. Probably brushed his shadow. Yeah, walked across his shadow once. He's on Recluse's show. He's on Recluse's show quite often.
I think that's how I came across with him through Stevens.
He kind of hammered away at the Republican secret society that everybody on the Libertarian and Republican side are members of. The PNAC, not the Project.
What you call me, sir? How dare you?
No. What's the name of those guys? What's the name of those faux conservatives that pretend they're all one unified front?
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
The Corn Pop
was it.
Corn Pop
was a crackhead.
That's who did it. Bad dude, man.
JJ, since I don't have my own show, can I toss another potential subject future show?
What? I'm sorry. What happened? What was that, ma'am?
Can I make a suggestion for another future show?
Please do.
What about the whole biker cults of the 60s? And then there were films. I discovered a movie called Born Losers.
Oh man, are you
from the late 1960s? What?
Are you my brain hole, man?
Sounds familiar.
I've actually been
Were
working
you?
on a
Don't
show
tell
on
me you were
exactly
thinking
that.
about that. Were you thinking
I've been
about
working
that?
around this guy. So this is Charles Manson's best friend from the Straight Satans. He was the head of the Straight Satans. They worked with the Hells Angels trafficking meth. He's alive. This Muppet's alive and well and worth a few $100 million. Or Victor Wilde. He's also a dentist. Dental Watch.
Whoa.
Wow.
So yes,
this
ma'am,
guy
I
take
am
your teeth
working on
out.
a show on precisely that, in fact. Because my old
Sabrina,
cousin
that-
Charles Manson's buddy's still alive and well and reaping a lot of benefits, and I suspect he should be in prison.
Yeah.
That'd be a fantastic subject, Sabrina, because the marketing industry tried to put out crazy biker movies.
Yeah.
And if you notice the biker gangs, if you go look at the history of the biker gangs, after World War II, they were riding in bikes around, during World War II.
Well,
and a lot
didn't
of
they
those
make the
guys came
Wild
back.
one with Marlon Brando, like in the mid?
Marlon Brando. A lot of those
To
guys
scare
came back
people?
and they put clubs together because they served in the war and they rode motorcycles.
Yeah.
And then you can look at that history and you go, whoa, their fingerprints are all over the way they were framing the biker gangs in the movies in Hollywood, creating this image around it.
Yes.
They're
I don't
involved
know
in
a
the
lot about
drugs
that. I'd be
trafficking,
interested
but
to learn more. Yeah.
if anybody's got the balls to go expose that,
Those bikers are fucking crazy. I almost got in a fight with a biker. He was part of the Dayton Satan.
if you don't
Like,
think the U.S. government knows that biker gangs are all over the United States distributing drugs and in the prisons filled full of
Yeah, they do, dude.
drug distributions and a whole underground economy and kingdom exists out.
What do you think keeps all of our local science store ecosystem afloat? It's biker gangs, dude. Support your local science store.
Yeah, that's a history that has yet to be told, though, in full.
That's fucked up.
You seen a mayonnaise jar, dude? You need a mayonnaise.
I love how
those
I love
people are
how
garbage.
I love how Hunter is schooling the reporter. You school your
Even better.
fucking local
Let me add you
convenience
some
store and
context
get the
to the interview.
stuff.
That interview was him launching his presidential campaign. True
Yeah, and
story.
that's how he was starting. My dad should be president. Whoa!
That was last year. He legitimately, that was a local Delaware station. He booked that interview to launch his presidential campaign, and it didn't leave that fucking interview. That's how short lived it was.
Wow!
Oh yeah,
amazing.
That's how dumb these Muppets are, dude. They thought that was a good idea.
I hear you. They're like, go out there and tell those people you're a real person. You smoke crack daily.
They're capable of making good decisions, dude. They're not. It's not within their. It's like a broken clock's wrong twice a day. But other than that, they're incapable of making proper and reasonable decisions.
They're
Shouldn't
wondering
make
how
They
they
might have.
whatsoever, dude. They're like,
They
yeah,
might have
let's
got
send
some
Hunter out
crack
there, and
smoker
he's gonna
votes,
try
but
to
crack
control it.
smokers don't vote.
It's a
So
good idea for his presidential campaign.
I hear you.
man.
Yeah, there was the potential that they might have got some crack smokers votes, but crack smokers don't vote, so they probably lost out on that.
Yeah, that's probably
Interview.
So fucking retarded. I mean,
it's pretty charted, dude. It's pretty charted.
It's
charted things.
People.
This is a very complicated case, Maud. A lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous, and a lot of strands to keep in my head, man. A lot of strands in old duder's head.
But we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information.
Look, man, I've got certain information, all right? Certain things have come to light.
Information that has come for information.
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
Information that has come for information.
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light. And shit.
There's information new information, additional information, and
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
Again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
This is a very complicated case, Maud. You know, a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous, and a lot of strands to keep in my head, man. You know, a lot of strands in old dude's head.
People are so.
That is hilarious. That is exactly what is going on here. Yeah.
Because he's saving that for lunch later. He's going to eat it. That's why he's.
No, Cash always looks like he's surprised.
So I was talking to somebody.
They call it the Punjab buffet.
I was talking to somebody about the conspiracy, and they're like, how do you know all this? I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, you look at the words that they say, the conspiracy.
Oh yeah,
You can read the words they say, and they admit to the conspiracy. And they're like, well, how is that proof? And I'm like, what are you retarded? Like, what the fuck?
And you might have been, dude. You never know.
That clip says it perfectly, JJ. That is exactly what's going on here. Some new information has come to light. Yeah.
Information has come to light. I got information.
We didn't know this 2 minutes ago, man. We just smoked one. Oh shit! Just came to me.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
This clip kind of encapsulates my opinion on most things that occur.
It's perfect. It's perfect because that's pretty much where you sum all this up with.
This clip.
My real passion is my hobby.
Really? What's that?
Is it going?
I work with retards.
Isn't that a little politically incorrect?
The hell with that. No one's gonna tell me who I can and can't work with, right?
That's right.
That's
hilarious. Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Man, I love your show, JJ. I loved your show the other night with Clint. When you were breaking down, you were getting into that Benibris because we're still trying to wrap our minds around all that. Clint's been digging deep into that.
What's your thoughts on that? What do you do with that?
Oh God, I'm still trying to, I know those guys on the periphery of my reading, over the years, but Clint really did a zeroed in on them, and boy, the connections with those guys.
It's kind of the Rothschild enterprise that they created the state of Israel, right? It's kind of the same kind of business, right? Because they operate in and around that same sphere, if you will.
Yeah. And that's why it gets so confusing and it's static. It's you can't see the picture very clear when you try to focus in on it. And then I love your show with Dana Duda. Please bring her on anytime you can.
She's a wealth of information.
Fantastic show the other night, brother. That was incredible.
The mafia is interlinked with the B'nai B'rith and the Scottish Rite. Scottish Rite and B'nai B'rith are both the same organization.
The other JJ.
Well, you know my responses to that, Clint?
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
How dare you, sir?
How dare you?
Where does Freemasonry and B'nai B'rith meet?
9/11, an inside job. How dare you?
Well, the Grand Lodge considers them. They've got charts and stuff with all the.
Yeah, because look at this. Looks Freemason as fuck to me, dude. Look at that.
Well, they're B'nai B'rith's part of the British Israelism, the Aryan race conspiracy.
So give me a name. Where does Freemasonry intersect with all this? Look, this is Freemasonry, dude. I see this shit in Freemason halls across America. The same shit.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's all the same shit. It's all Illuminati. It's all.
So it's all part of the Bill Cooper ancient Babylon mystery school business, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you're saying is Rug Peters did not do this, man.
What do you mean, dude?
Rug Peters did not do this. Look at.
Yeah, the ancient Babylonian mystery school. I think they're in alliance with Rome, and I think it's always been that way.
Well, that's fucking interesting, man.
That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.
They share a few symbols.
Double-headed eagle, for one.
Yeah.
Which is the current flag. Well,
I kind of focused in on this, dude. What's going on here?
Well, that's oh yeah, the Phrygian cap, Liberty,
I see the Liberty Bird, the American Shield, the Phrygian cap. What are we talking about here, bud?
Well, the Grand Orient, France and Russia, and
you got the 13 stripes or
the
stars.
Illuminati.
I feel like you guys are just throwing out random words at me. Can you please explain?
Well, I mean
explain to me like I'm corn pop, dude. I'm sorry, retarded.
So they were wearing Phrygian caps during the French Revolution, and all sorts of It goes back to ancient Phrygia.
Well, the Statue of Liberty was not commonly Lady Liberty, America. First of all, this plume serpent, America, fucking nonsense that I keep seeing circulated from Jordan Maxwell's bullshit, back circulating through the conspiracy culture these days. It irritates the piss out of me because anyone who studies the Society of Cincinnati will quickly realize America is their fucking version of Hecate, of Diana, of Lady Liberty, of you fucking name it. It's the same goddess representation over time. They just keep giving that figure a new name.
Yeah.
And that's clearly what it is. And as depicted in the Statue of Liberty, that is their goddess America, not a fucking man or Lucifer, whatever other bullshit that gets perpetrated. That's the Society of Cincinnati's goddess. And it used to, for many, many years, was depicted with the Phrygian cat.
Yeah. Their god and goddess, they switch, they're in the rainbow crowd.
Well, again, not in a Venus worshiping cult that's existed since Babylon. The Vatican has always hated. This is not transgendered stuff.
Well, I mean, it's to their god. That's what their whole, the OTO has the goat god, the Baphomet with the breast.
Yeah, but they don't worship a goddess. That's what I'm saying. And when you're talking the occult world, I think there's a clear delineation between those organizations that worship a goddess and those that don't.
Well, the OTO, they embodied the goddess through the priestess of the cult, which they would all have sex with.
Right. Well, no, all of that shit is transgenders. All that Corelli shit's all transgender.
Sounds like the processed church. Sound like the processed church.
Goddess worshiping cults don't do that reconciliation of opposites.
Does the processed church do that?
That's one of their main theologies.
The processed church does whatever
the Baphomet
is necessary
across America. That has nothing to do with the Knights Templar and all that Tracy Twyman propaganda. Weird, Tracy Twyman didn't write about her friend Doug over the Satanic Temple and his Baphomet statue, contemporary to her Baphomet books. This is one of the beefs I have with that lady. Anyhow, I'm tired of people's emotional responses about bullshit, and people can use their brain holes for God intended purposes. And they'll be like, I like Tracy Twyman. I'm like, I don't give a shit. She's full of shit. She's a Nazi Satanist propagandist. I'm not going to give her any fucking respect. I don't give a fuck. Didn't give her respect. Not going to give her any respect to death.
In all the interviews I ever heard of her, I never heard her espousing like Nazi ideas, but that doesn't mean that she isn't a Nazi or have Nazi philosophy. I listened to Clyde Lewis for years. And I never met her. I never talked to her. Never saw her. But I know people that did her, shows with her, and they never espoused that she was a Nazi. God, at the end, the whole way they played her death out, she was trying to turn in child traffickers. She was trying to turn in.
Yeah,
pedophile. I hear you. She disappears, and the next thing you know, the story is no one could, even Clyde Lewis. You were sharing with me, JJ, that they shut him down. They shut down people that were making claims about that her death in that situation. They were told to cease and desist.
All these things. Normally, people die. There's a report. Normally, people die. There's by law, you have to have a public notice. It didn't.
Right.
I shouldn't have to be calling as a private detective 5 months after death to a funeral home that one of her a friend of hers, the mutual friend which introduced me to her, was extremely distraught about. And the funeral home should not be telling that person to go fuck themselves when trying to send flowers to her family. Well, there's no obituary ever printed until I make a number of phone calls as a PI. I'm saying there's a lot of shit that shouldn't matter. I can paint in a picture all day of her neo-process connections. The same neo-process people she brought on Clyde Lewis's show confirmed to Clyde Lewis in conversation with him, to me. And not the fact, I just asked, did she have this person on? Is she the one that booked him? And he confirmed, yeah. These are major neo-process figures. This is well after her Boyd Rice separations.
Which is wild.
Nazi Satanist propagandist is not going to tell you they're a Nazi Satanist propagandist, sir.
Yeah, they're not. No mention.
I didn't know anything about having to publicly, like it's the next of kin's responsibility to publicly post an obituary notice. I didn't do that.
No, it's not the next of kin.
But people still knew because Bank of America, literally within 24 hours of my mother's passing, they froze all of her accounts. So the government knew.
That happens, but most, at least the state I'm referring to here, in which she passed away, and I know for the state of Ohio as well, you have to have a public notice of a death. It doesn't have to be the next of kin. This is a governmental function. has to be published in a newspaper account.
Uh-huh.
They can put it
Wow,
on
I don't
the
remember
law
this.
state put it on a billboard at the courthouse, but it has to be in a public venue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she that Tracy lady she might have got facial reconstructive surgery. She might look like somebody told
Well, the shit she was uncovering with schizo as fuck because she shared some of that with me, and again, in about, I wouldn't say it was late April, early May of 2019. That sounds right. Yeah, 2019. And she allegedly passes, I believe, on around July 7th of 2019. And I make the call to the funeral home on or about November 27th and December 2nd of 2019 to get that obituary that's since been removed from the interwebs. Weird. Well, there's obituaries from 20 years ago on the interwebs. Why take this lady's down? Why did it take me multiple phone calls? Her friend, multiple phone calls, crying on the phone, demanding to know where he could send flowers to her family. None of this computes within legitimate circumstance to me.
Did you do a background check on her friend?
I've done a background check on everybody, sir. Not you. I'm saying all these Muppets.
You get me in
First
there.
of all, she's a Mormon from Kansas City origins, old Tracy Twyman. Deep Mormon history from a pioneering family.
Did Todd's background check come complete?
Todd's super suspect, dude.
I know it has because my wife. I know it has because my wife ran one on me.
He's wanted for willing and wanton acts of wizardry and muppetry across the Southwest.
Exactly. Throwing bones somewhere. You know, JJ, the thing weird about the Tracy Twyman thing is the way the story ends is she puts out a dead letter that if anything happens to me, release this letter, and then they do the whole thing on the internet that Greg Carlwood is he's suspect, don't trust him, and tie it in with the Cappy, Isaac Cappy, and he gets thrown off a bridge after he accuses Tom Hanks of being involved in child pedophilia or some shit. You know, when Isaac Cappy was claiming he knew the inside scoop on Hollywood, next he's found dead jumping off a bridge. And so this whole story goes down. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Do you know where Isaac Cappy premiered his whole bullshit narrative? I'm not saying some of those people aren't guilty, but it was a good way to distract folks and make it look like a circus. Do you know where he premiered all that story? Alex Jones Show.
What?
Yeah. I remember hearing him. I was listening to Alex
I
Jones
watched it, sir. I was sitting on the porch, Logan County, West Virginia. This had been August of 20.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought Cappy had personal experience with Seth Green and
well, he does. So
he's an actor in Hollywood. Yeah.
So like you look at folks like Dane Cook, who dates an 18-year-old, and he says that Dane Cook's a diddler, right? And there's photographs of him every week at game night at Dane Cook's house. So he was certainly in that social circle.
And he says Seth Rogen has a secret room or something. Or Seth
Green, Dane Cook, the guy from the Verizon commercial.
On Alex Jones's show. And then he says,
I'm
going to release some
social
really...
group that they have game night every week. He brought the story and some of those pictures to Alex Jones's show.
I remember hearing him on Alex
Jones' show. He had all these stories about Seth Green, but he's like, here's us playing Parcheesi. Well, all right, buddy. Where's your that's laser tag tablet levels of evidence.
It is, isn't it? Got shot by lasers 3 times. Oh,
yeah, dude. Isaac Cappy got shot by lasers.
There's thousands of Americans out there. By the way, I've been shot with a laser beam twice.
I can't remember the name of that other guy.
Tracy Twyman's activity. Steve Outram did a great analysis of it on his Burners.me site because Steve got targeted. He's the one who released that Dead Man Switch video. Myself was also targeted at the same time, which I have a lot of questions about all these things. So I don't talk shit about Tracy Twyman because I told her my disputes with her when she was alive. These are the same disputes. Yeah. Hey, look, dude, I have druthers. Just because I have druthers doesn't mean I'm not going to share them with you, buddy.
So,
I hear you. I try to share things.
What happened to Tracy in 2019?
She allegedly hung herself in her garage and was found by her husband, her estranged husband.
After she had reported to the FBI that she saw stuff.
Man, take that for what
no police report. Whoa.
Hey, there's no police report. Hey, and when Dana Duda started talking about there being no police report because I advised her of that, someone sent her a clearly fictional police report claiming to be the real one. I debunked it in under 30 seconds. And she said to me, no, it's false.
Was there any evidence of ambulance ride or any?
There's just no. You could have just stopped. Is there any evidence, sir? There's no evidence.
There's no.
Are you familiar, JJ, with Kurt Vonnegut
That's my estimation. Sure.
Are you familiar with Kurt Vonnegut Jr., JJ?
I've heard of him. Sure. What does he got a beef
The
with me?
American
I got a beef
author.
with him, dude. I got a
He
beef with
said
him.
he said, man, look out for JJ and watch out for that guy. No, he's dead, I think. I think he's dead. I forget what year he
Dig him
died.
up and tell him right now what my beef is. I'm a vampire hunter, dude. I don't think you're aware
He
of it.
wrote a book, though, JJ, Mother Night, that was pretty entertaining and interesting because it portrays this guy that put out propaganda in World War II, but he was a triple agent that really was on the side of the Allies, but
There
he
you
would
go.
never be recognized after the war. And
Yep.
so they told him, you'll never be recognized, but we'll give you safe passage to the United States. And you'll probably go down as a villain. So we'll give you a new identity and do what we can to hide you. It's an incredible book. Go read Mother Night. Go read Mother Night because the lead character goes along with the propaganda part, does his part, but when the war's over, you're going to be a villain now, so nobody's going to acknowledge you anymore. Go check that out.
Dude. I like where you're at with that. Do you know how I got introduced to Kurt Vonnegut? The 1985 cinematic masterpiece Back to School starring Rodney Dangerfield. Introduced me to Robert Downey Jr. and starring William Zabka.
It is a cinematic masterpiece.
Absolutely.
Vonnegut.
Oh, it's actually
you haven't even read any of the books.
I tried.
So how are you going to write the paper then, huh?
Oh, this is a great scene.
Oh, the triple ending.
Hi, I'm Kurt Vonnegut. I'm looking for Thornton Mellon.
Wow.
Come in.
That's funny.
Hey, dude. Thornton Mellon's big and tall. He made it in there.
Well, so okay, I noticed this pattern with people that are suspect of being brainwashed or hypnotized, and that the pattern is that if you ask them certain things about what they're saying, they can't provide any details of it, and that
you just described 2/3 of the population.
That's what I said earlier. No one understands the word context other than how to apply it, bud.
Well, I mean, did that Tracy Twyman lady? Did she have any of those characteristics?
Yeah, she was full of shit, dude. She had an agenda and everything she did. She was full of shit. That's my analysis.
She was trying to make Satanism look cool, or
you can't write a book blaming a bunch of perpetrating Vatican propaganda about the Knights Templar. I told her, I said, you're welcome to do that, ma'am. Your ability to do that, though, is contingent upon the Knights Templar giving you that right to do so.
Yeah.
So do that at your own peril, is what I told her.
Yeah, because the Baphomet was made by Eliphas Levi.
Not only was it made by Eliphas Levi in 1854, her buddy Doug was over there touring America with a Baphomet statue, with the espousing the Process Church reconciliation of opposites, because the Satanic Temple out of Salem, Massachusetts, seems to be the satanic sect of the Neo-Process, and they're literally doing process theology in the state houses across America. Yeah, that bitch is trying to say the Knights Templar are doing Baphomet shit. Go fuck yourself, Muppets.
Wow.
Yeah, no response.
Wow.
And that's why I say she
So
had an
weird.
agenda.
So weird.
I don't try to get emotional about these things, other than it pisses me off when people don't recognize the rights that were bestowed upon them and talk shit about it. That's why you have the most.
Yeah.
That's why I said, fundamentally speaking, you have a really retarded stance that you're never convinced me otherwise on.
That's why we listen to you when you speak, JJ, for sure.
So JJ, the process is still very, very active. It's still untouchable.
Absolutely.
Because I was wondering, I think O'Neill's
Did you see Jay-Z in the
Chaos
document from Epstein?
was propaganda. What?
Did you see Jay-Z in the Epstein releases? He's very likely the head of the Albany chapter of the Process Church, aka Nexium, which was the Jehovah sect, which is why he calls himself Hova.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. He calls himself Jehovah.
Well, he's a huge Clintonite, and the Clintons are all up in the Nexium Albany chapter of the Process. Bill Clinton's best friend, Richard Mays. He's a member and chief legal counsel for the cult. Him and Jay-Z almost got federal charges for some hood rat shit they were doing to try to take over a racetrack casino there in
So
Rockland County.
JJ, Tom O'Neill wrote Chaos. He completely omitted any mention of the Process Church, which played a key role. Thanks to you, I did my research, fact check, true. And are they trying to, did he resurrect the old Manson story again to absolve, to not mention the Process at all? To leave them completely out of the narrative?
No, absolutely.
Because it was a bestseller. It was a bestseller.
Well, I'll give you the fun fact to confirm that. I know I have confirmation in email format from old Tom O'Neill, as they call him. He's a real queen. He had a major Neo Process member on his research team.
Oh, wow. That I didn't know that either. Wow.
Which comes in handy if you're trying to make a movie that omits the process completely.
Hold on one second, Todd. The same man, the same Muppet, worked for James Franco in the shit-coating narrative of Maury Terry's Ultimate Evil. James Franco got the rights to Ultimate Evil before Maury Terry died. He turned it into a YouTube series called The Ultimate Evil, where Maury Terry's the villain, right? And we Carr somehow the hero, right? And then he took the rest of those rights and made all the Process Church celebration of all the Process Church shit from that story, all the gay, drug, sex, and rock and roll of the S&M scene in New York. It was called The Deuce. On The Deuce, confirmed that same researcher working for Franco's company, production company, that same researcher from Tom's team. So that should give you everything you need to know about how powerful the process is still today and how much that you are correct. And that was one big shit coating operation.
You said from York, England?
What'd you call me, sir?
Did you say York, England, the location?
It's in New York.
Oh, New York.
Rockland County, New York. Which part?
Okay.
Give me a name.
Well, I mean that's what George Washington
Give me a name.
About.
Give me a name.
A mysterious
Give me a name. One guy. Tell me.
Dude, you talking about York peppermint patty? What kind of York we talking about here, bud?
York, England. The York Rite of Freemasonry.
Oh no, it had nothing to do with any of those things, sir. I was saying perhaps you're referring to Rockland County, New York, which is adjacent to Westchester County. It's a real den of iniquity.
Bad place, bad dudes.
Who were other high-profile participants in Process or associated?
Johnny
with Process?
Depp, Marilyn Manson, seemingly Joe Rogan.
On record Process or just Neo Process? I mean,
well, Manson's definitely on record.
You can see how Marilyn Manson buys.
I'm not making laser tag claims here, if that's what you're asking me.
Marilyn Manson.
Well, Manson was the tip-off for me with Tom O'Neill because JJ,
they're real
when I spoke
chummy,
to
aren't
you
they?
that time, Tom O'Neill was fanboying on some podcast about hanging
Son
out,
of a CIA agent,
an
Marilyn Manson.
all-nighter at the location of the Sharon Tate murder.
Well, Manson
Marilyn
bought that
Manson
Tate
rented
house.
that
Manson,
house before they raised it.
Yeah, her bought or rented. I don't know.
Well, Marilyn
Bob
Manson,
Cocaine Evans underling Jeff Franklin, the creator of Full House.
So Bob made sure it got back into his friend's hands.
You know it, sir. You know what I'm talking about.
Marilyn Manson,
Nasty.
he wears two rings. One is a York Rite red Masonic ring, and the other is a red.
The other one's a cock ring.
But I guess 3 rings.
that piece of property is officially bathed in blood. Yeah.
Johnny Depp is a very, very dark figure, in my opinion. Everybody loves him.
Definitely.
I heard one model actually say that she was kind of close to the scene. She was never trafficked. Her name's Barbara something. And I just heard her when she was being interviewed, and then she just interrupted herself and she said, "Oh, by the way, Johnny Depp, evil. And I thought,
Johnny Depp,
you have to look into his history. You've had to look into his background.
What's his background? And Marilyn Manson are an inseparable trio. What a weird bunch.
Well, and best buds with Damien Eccles.
There you go. They all have matching tattoos.
They got to get their Satanist friend they don't know out of jail. Yeah, they got to.
Hey, Todd, Clint, you guys want to go get some tattoos together?
Yeah, let's get some.
Yeah, let's get a matching tattoo. Devil horns.
But Johnny Depp, he's definitely a crackhead or something.
Yeah.
His teeth are ground flat, like he grinds his teeth nonstop.
Oh, I actually have a clip for that.
I'm Professor Turgeson. You know, a lot of history back.
This is a good scene too.
Yes, but not me. I mean, I hold history very sacred. Sacred. The way the farmer looks at the earth and he holds it sacred. The way a Christian takes the Bible and he holds it sacred. The way a lot of people hold their marriage sacred. That's how I feel about it. So why don't we dive right in by interpreting one of the easiest events in the last 20 years of American history. Now, can someone
This
tell
is how I got
me
introduced to Sam Kinison.
why in
Love
1975
Sam Kinison.
we pulled our troops out of Vietnam?
The failure of Vietnamization to win popular support caused an ongoing erosion of confidence in the various American but illegal Saigon regimes.
Oh, puke.
Is she right?
He kills it this scene. He can't take it. Dude. He's
Because I know that's
right
a popular version of what went on there. I know a lot of people like to believe that. I wish I could, but I was there. I wasn't here in the classroom hoping I was right, thinking about it. I was up to my knees in rice paddies with John Stedworth going up against Charlie, slugging it out with him while pussies like you were back there partying. Putting headbands on, doing drugs, listen to the goddamn Beatle albums.
Hey, Professor, take it easy, will you? I mean, these kids, they were in grade school at the time. And me, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to get involved with the discussion, Mr. Helper. But since you want to help, maybe you can help me, okay? You remember that thing we had about 30 years ago called that Korean conflict? Yeah, where we failed to achieve victory. How come we didn't cross the 38th parallel and push those rice eaters back to the Great Wall of China and take the first brick and nuke them back?
Oh, you're so fucking desperate, dude.
I'm with him. I'm with him.
I'll say it. Because Truman was too much of a pussy wimp to let MacArthur go in there and blow out those commie bastards.
Good answer. Good answer. Like the way you think.
You get an A.
You couldn't have that scene in Hollywood today.
That's classic. I love Rodney Dangerfield. There's some wisdom in those movies. Caddyshack. You know, one of the main messages of Caddyshack.
I don't know how anyone sat in that room and didn't lose it during that scene. I would have lost
Totally.
it.
One of the main lessons of Caddyshack
new extra.
from Rodney Dangerfield is whatever you do in life, try to have fun if you're able.
I agree. I like the way you think.
If you're lucky enough, maybe you can have fun. Maybe you're not up to your knees in rice fields.
Well, I think he had an interesting career. He didn't make it big until he was like 45. He was a used car salesman in his 40s.
Who was Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, he was a used
I'd buy a
car
car from that guy. I'd buy a car from
comedy
him.
clubs there north of New York City.
Wow.
It's like
Interesting.
Kinison was in a movie called Savage Dawn as well. I don't know how big of a part.
Was that a sequel to Back to School? I don't remember.
Savage Dawn.
It's got the that guy from the Millennium Show in it. Some kind of
Sounds
biker
like
gang movie. It looks
Conan
like.
the Barbarian, Savage Dawn.
Bill Milling, Max Bloom are the writers. Simon Nutch.
It sounds made up. I actually have a clip for that though.
Am I a drug dealer? No, I am not. Thank you for asking, though.
No, okay, that's okay. Thanks.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Perhaps you'd like an 11-year-old prostitute sent to your room. We can do that. Or maybe we can off someone for you. Well, how's that sound? I've got it. Why don't we start small? Would you like a fresh towel? Maybe you could roll that up and smoke it.
Little fun fact, that was actually filmed at Epstein Island.
Hey, so apparently a lot of rich celebs have islands.
Oh,
Epstein wasn't
Larry
the
Ellis's
only
island
one.
is 10 times the size of old Jeffy Epps.
Yeah. Joe Biden's brother has an island. Everybody knows
Old
about
Jimmy B.
Branson. Depp has an island.
David Copperfield has an island, man, but there's no witnesses because he made them all disappear.
Tiger food. That's why the tiger probably turned on him or whatever.
Wrong Las Vegas show, dude. That was Sigmund. That was Sigmund Freud.
Oh wait, shit.
Well, apparently Copperfield couldn't keep away from Epstein's island.
Oh, I don't know how he's gotten away for this long. There's so many instances he's been paying off a lot of folks because what he would do was he'd find a teenage girl in the audience and then he'd like, hey, you want to see a bird fly out of my butthole? And then, like, hey, you want to see more of them fly out of my butthole on my island? something to that
effect. Oh, come on, JJ. You know you're getting ideas. You know you're going to try that with the ladies.
Must be paying these people off because I know there was numerous lawsuits in regards to this. He had victims suing him, so like something's keeping under the wraps, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, money. Those rich.
Well, but I mean more than just money, dude. You mean to tell these girls are suing him? They didn't go report this to the police? I doubt that.
They're in the
these young girls are being kidnapped to an island.
Not if
dude.
They're getting paid off.
They don't leave. Yeah. They don't leave that show. They don't leave that. They go backstage, and then he's like, "Hey, I got more butthole birds in my island." And they go to the island. The next, you know,
and they're gone.
This was the complaint. I'm just recalling this was a 16-year-old girl. So her parents are at the show. Like, where's our daughter? And like, oh, and then someone comes up out in the audience, like, oh, your daughter got selected for a secret special bird flying out of butthole magic show at David's Island. So we'll bring her back tomorrow. But this is the shit that was going down though.
Well,
Copperfield shows.
What makes me wonder, because there's so few people that are witnesses to the Epstein stuff, I think that they might have sold their organs to China or something.
Well, I don't think many of the girls and women came forward. I mean, I think less than 50 maybe came forward out of the hundreds, maybe probably thousands of women.
I mean, they probably aren't alive. That's what I'm getting
at. But I mean, who wants to go through that? I mean, who wants to go through the scrutiny? A lot of the witnesses have ended up dead. And it's always something like an overdose. I started keeping track of the names of the women that have come forward and those who are getting ready to testify, and there have been unexplained deaths. So there is nobody to protect us. There are no whistleblower laws that actually protect genuine whistleblowers. Laws are for us. Laws are for the plebs, not the people who are committing these crimes. That life will go on, and they'll just keep doing it.
What I would
getting
do
away with it.
I would get a big fence, like 10 foot tall, and then I have like 50 pit bulls. Running around the yard at all times.
One of the survivors has dogs. I think it's Juliet Bryant is very, very nervous when she is interviewed. She's scared.
Of dogs?
No, she's scared of retribution. Yeah.
Beware of the dog killer. I learned that from watching the Under the Silver Lake film. It's a good film.
I saw Under the Silver Lake many years ago. I don't remember anything about it.
It's a creepy one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember so little about it.
It's about Bob.
It's not a good film. It's good for all the symbolism and shit buried in, like, right off rip. Beware of the dog killer.
Which the first time I saw it, that would have all gone over my head. Maybe I need to give it a second watch.
Oh,
You're talking about the
definitely give it another watch.
You're talking about the M. Night film, right?
No, I'm talking about the one with Spider-Man.
Oh.
They meet some musician guy.
Are you serious?
Some guy wrote all the songs.
What's his name? Andrew Garfield.
Oh, I'm not talking about that movie. Oh wow. Okay, there's another one.
No, this one's a good one. You gotta watch this one.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield.
Oh, I never saw that one. Okay.
I've seen both of them. The other one, you're thinking of the horror movie, aren't you?
Set in 2011 Los Angeles, it follows a young man, Spider-Man, investigating the sudden disappearance of his neighbor, Riley Keough, only to stumble upon an elusive and dangerous conspiracy. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Riley Keough, is that one of the Elvis?
That's Elvis's granddaughter. Apparently John Travolta hooked up with, and now there's a great-granddaughter of Elvis that's part Travolta, part Riley Keough. She's a Scientologist.
Wait a minute. What did you just
weird.
say?
That whole movie is crazy.
Yeah. So apparently she's got a daughter She's got a daughter apparently.
Uh-huh.
I think, yeah, and the new daughter, the new kid is apparently the father of which is John Travolta.
No way.
Yeah, it's she's a Scientologist like Travolta is. Lisa Marie Presley grew up her whole life in Scientology. Her mother did. Travolta just sticking his dick in everything, I think, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evidently.
But this is, yeah, you're right. This is Elvis's granddaughter. Yep.
That's crazy.
And apparently her most recent kid is part Travolta.
Wasn't there some kind of rumor of Michael Jackson also didn't he have a kid with Lisa Marie Presley or something?
No. His kids were with Debbie Rowe.
Yeah. So Riley
He did marry Lisa Marie Presley before Nicolas Cage did for 13 days.
Her daughter is Tupelo Storm.
I think that's the one we're talking about. Yeah.
Riley's daughter with
John Travolta. Yep.
I've got to see what she looks like.
Let's take a poll here.
They're making a Scientology monarchy over there.
John Travolta daughter.
Yeah, I think the Scientologists are connected with Nazis.
Well, it's the same difference. It ain't alien cargo cults. They all work together.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Sage Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's son, Sage Stallone?
Yes.
That boy's a Travolta I've ever seen one. And back then, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have a confirmation, but his best friend was Travolta from like 78 to like 84 when they did Staying Alive together. They had a falling out after that. So literally, they were best friends at the time Sage is born. And back when Travolta was a Scientologist, Stallone's agent was a Scientologist. So I'm pretty sure Stallone was a Scientologist. But nonetheless, that kid looked like that kid's a Travolta. Sage Stallone was definitely a Travolta.
I've got to look up that. Yeah, I remember Sage. Very dark hair, very light eyes. Yeah, it did look like Travolta.
Oh, it's a Travolta all day.
Tupelo.
You can't tell me this ain't Johnny T right here. Johnny T got real grumpy with me on a weird airplane incident one time back in the summer of 2003. But that's John Travolta all day.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely looks like Travolta.
Wow. Yeah.
And again, he's born at a time in which Stallone and Travolta are inseparable. They're greasing each other up on the stage of Staying Alive, which Travolta stars in and Stallone directs. And he's the choreographer for it. Weird.
Sage is no longer alive, right?
Neither is Travolta's other son, Phil Travolta. It's not his real name. I can't think of his name right now, but look at that hairline. Who is his daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy's a Travolta.
Identical hairline.
Yeah, identical.
Oh, did the facial structure, the beard,
widow's peak. Yeah.
Yeah, all that business.
I used to wish
what I'm getting at here is Travolta likes weird sex shit and fathering children all around places, it seems. And the Scientologists are into weird sex shit, if you ask me as well, because they're always marriage is such a temporary thing in that community. They like to. It's very common to have multiple ex-husbands and wives within Scientology.
They're like Mormons.
Way worse.
Different.
Mormons don't divorce at a rate that the Scientologists do and remarry. It's not even comparable.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably still doing stuff with their ex-wives or some shit.
That I don't know. But, well, for example, Marcia Clark, the prosecutor in the Orenthal James Simpson case, LA County prosecutor, she was married to a Scientologist who got murked. I'm sorry. A different Scientologist was the officiant, and then she gets divorced from that guy, marries an executive billion-year contract Scientologist. That's where who she was married to at the time, Bruce Clark. They got divorced afterwards, but the same Scientologist from her first marriage, the officiant, was the officiant in the second marriage, and then after she got married to that dude, that same officiant, the Scientologist, they're all Scientologists. That officiant, though, he somehow murders her first husband, and there's no charges.
Oh.
Yeah, with a gun, says pow pow.
Jesus.
They said, "Oh, he didn't know it was loaded. He didn't know it was loaded." Oh shit! Was Todd backstage? My bad, Todd. Todd, come back, Todd. Was he sitting back there the entire time? My bad, Todd. He left at one point, then I think he just left again because he's like, "Fuck these guys." I'll just put him up there. We can just watch Todd's empty chair. My bad, Todd.
Yeah, let's watch Todd's empty chair.
Let's see what Todd's empty chair. What do you have to say about the subjects?
Zoom in
Oh, you're a
on those
Travolta
books.
fan. You would be as a chair. Most of Travolta's fans are chairs. Most of Travolta's fans are inanimate objects.
Travolta.
Yeah, by the way, I ordered a new pamphlet. It's called The Dark Enlightenment by Nick Land. Are you familiar with Nick
Oh,
Land?
yeah. He's an accelerationist.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And occultist.
Yeah, well, yeah, they go hand in hand. That's
Big
all process
time.
shit. It's bringing on the apocalypse, right? This term is accelerationism.
Yeah.
So the story goes that Riley Keough is biological parent of John Travolta and Kelly Preston's youngest child. My mistake.
Lawsuit. Riley Keough is biological parent of John Travolta and Kelly Preston's youngest child. Because Riley's child, her baby now, Tupelo, doesn't look anything like John Travolta.
No, but let's look at John Travolta.
But let's look at John Travolta's youngest child. Yeah.
Didn't one of John Travolta, didn't he have a didn't one of his kids die when they were like 2 or something?
No, he had a kid
Not
that
at
was like
2.
16.
Yeah.
Oh, I might be thinking of someone else. I could have sworn it was.
You might be thinking of Eric Clapton. His kid died when he was like 2. I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. Jet Travolta died in 2009 in the Bahamas while on Christmas vacation.
Jet, yeah, it was Jet.
So,
you're looking for Ella Travolta.
Is that the name of it? Okay.
Yeah, Ella.
The name of it? Like I'm just looking at a real person.
I'd have to look at her mother, Kelly.
Ella Blue, huh? Oh, that's the name of his
Blue.
airline. That time he flew in the Dayton and groped me weird in that weird airplane in that air hangar that night. He told me that was the name of his airline, was Ella Blue, named after his daughter, huh? Well, so how old was Riley Keough when she supposedly gave up these eggs? So when they do an in vitro fertilization, they usually zap the donor mother's eggs, and apparently they didn't zap it this time. So biologically, she's apparently the mother of this child. I could see it. I could definitely see it. Huh. She don't look like Kelly Preston.
Yeah. No, she looks like her dad, though. A lot like her dad.
Definitely looks like the dad, but look at the long face of Riley Keough, though. And I see that chin line, too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, look at that picture and that picture. That's her mama. Look at this picture. Right there. Look at that facial structure and chin line. Oh, shit. So supposedly it was an in vitro type of situation, but I mean, who knows, dude, right? Who
knows?
What do you think about it, Todd's chair? Todd's chair, do you have any suggestions or input? I feel bad.
Gosh,
I feel bad. I forgot Todd was back there. He like dipped out for a second.
I really wish that Todd would do a Bob Dylan impersonation right now. That's too bad he's gone.
Maybe we can get Todd's chair to do one.
I'm just kidding.
He's bound to be back any second, I'm sure.
Todd's chair, do you know Bob Dylan Hurricane? Oh, you're all in the Watchtower type of chair, are you? Okay. Well, that's all right. I got to be wrapping things up here anyway. I'm a bison rancher now, folks. I got to get up here early in the morning with the bisons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate you all joining me here tonight to get a little GCD, Clint, Sabrina, Ellie, and Todd's chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool hanging out.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for allowing
We'll definitely have to do this was an impromptu. Hey, Todd, you're back. We're talking to your chair for a while. I apologize, sir. Todd, I apologize, sir. I got in a rant and forgot you were backstage. We've just been talking to your chair in your absence.
Well, when I realized you weren't bringing me back on, I thought, well, this is a great time to go get stoned.
Oh no!
I like the way you think, sir. I
And
was
then
just
I'll
saying,
come
thanks for
back
joining
on
me
and
to get a
just
little
be fully
GCD
lit.
tonight on some ad hoc terms here. We'll have to plan this out in the future. I certainly enjoyed your all's discourse here this evening.
Oh, fantastic. I think you got number 2 show, JJ. Number 2.
Number 2. Don't watch out for
JD Vance is number 1. You're number 2.
How
buddy.
dare you, sir? How dare
No,
you, sir? I'm not the vice president.
I'm just
But
teasing.
Sabrina did request that you bring us in for landing here with a little Bob Dylan rendition. Perhaps a
Hey,
mashup.
people say you want to Donald Trump got elected, and now we're all going to put up with it. We gotta get used to Trump.
JJ.
Oh, you sing that real loud.
JJ, does it really?
Oh, you used to sing real loud. Now you don't.
Hey, Todd, I heard the time. Todd's chair. I heard the time's really changing.
You want to make a deal? Oh, behind the changing of yellow. Oh. Hey, hey,
Well, that's it. That's the show here, folks. So the next time you're out on the town, visiting your local watering holes, or perhaps just meandering around, and you hear the unmistakable sounds of metal clanking, and you spot signs of a disturbance, but check your six. Look in that garbage can, 'cause you never can tell. The GCDs may be loose in your town.